What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday, man. And don't forget to get your Vice City t-shirts, man, on the website. We'll be coming right back. We'll be talking about the Jets, and we'll have an open panel as soon as we come back.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
And don't forget, we have them in orange as well, man. What's going on, man? Hey, tomorrow we are playing the New York Jets. The Jets of New York, if you will. It's going to be a good game. I think this will be Miami's get-right game, if you will. And, you know. And by the way, what's up, Michael? Hey, every day is a perfect day not to be a Buffalo fan. So, much love. Hey, what's going on, Cat for Life? How you doing, man? Ryan AP, what's going on? How you doing? Nene, what's up? Joy, what's going on, Joey? From Twitter, what's going on, guys? Every day is a good day. Hey, look, it's raining. It's a little bit wet over here, man. It's crazy right now. Dismiss. Right now, the Bengals are getting their asses kicked by Minnesota Vikings, 17-3. I know I should have picked them, but fuck, I didn't. Son of a bitch. Man, looks like whoever the backup quarterback, he went from Cinderella to a pumpkin. Goddamn, boy. But and a good afternoon. One of the things I wanted to talk about was y'all could hear me good, is the so-called home field advantage that we have. Of course, like Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know, we're good in September. Reason being because we have that heat index. And so what happens is a lot of the reasons why the team is not as conditioned in the fourth quarter because of that heat. And we've seen that when the heat index is gone, the teams doesn't have that fatigue. So we're not used to playing. So at the end of the day, can you really say, we have, every team has their home field advantage. Like Denver is a tough team to tough place to go in September and December. Denver, Green Bay, those are the places to go in December. So with that being said, once it's December, especially at night, our home field advantage that we created for ourselves is kind of gone. Now, the Super Bowl was played in September. Yeah, I think we'd be shooing candidates, but how much home field advantage is our home field advantage if it's only good for 2 months and at certain times of the day? But yeah, man. By the way, Nene Flores is putting on. He only allowed 6 points in the last. He only allowed 6 points. He allowed in the last 2 games. This one is done, and let's face it. What kind of talent? Who would you say has a better talent, Minnesota or Miami? And look, at the end of the day, they are playing a backup quarterback. So now, if he did this against Joe Burrow, that's something that you could be like, "Holy shit, that is amazing!" But in other news, I just saw somewhere that Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid both been fined by the NFL for criticisms of the referee. So is it for the Buffalo fans? Wow, the Buffalo fans are really jumping off a cliff, huh? Holy crap. Or is it the line that people are trying to get out of Buffalo? Yeah, you picked Buffalo, yeah. By the way, that episode will be airing tonight at 3:00 in the morning. It's gonna be a 2-part episode. We're gonna air part 1 tonight because it was 2.5. No, normally it doesn't go that long. It went 2 hours, so we're gonna air it. We're going part 1 today, and then part 2 after the tomorrow night. So it'll be kind of good. I like that. Of course, we picked the Jets to lose. So let me as y'all get back up. So listen. I think Miami, I don't know what to say about, but if we lose tomorrow, yeah. I'm there with you, man. We lose tomorrow, put me on suicide watch. Damn right. Because if we lose to the Jets, what makes you think we got the Cowboys, Baltimore? Oh man, but hey, like I said, man, I want to know, and if y'all know how to look this up, how do I look up the ratings? Because I want to see if yesterday's debacle was had high ratings, because I'm sure the Titan fans, Q, what's going on? The Titan fans really, really, really wanted to watch that show. But and by the way, yesterday when Q was on, well, Red, White, and Bills, what's going on, man? Bob, what's up? One thing that Q brought up that it was a team loss, just like the Washington Commanders. You look at the Washington Commanders, and you be like, who won that game? Who won the Commanders game? We played so well. You really can't point to one person and say Tyreek Hill was responsible for the Commanders or Tua was responsible for the Commanders. The run game that was a complete team win. And what do? They follow up with a complete team loss. I mean, it was bad sign already from the beginning when players were already getting, packing up. And by the way, Red, White, and Bills, man, we're still on. I'm gonna still collab with you. I'm hoping to collab with you the week before the Buffalo game. It could be for the AFC East. No, man. No, they try to gift it to us, and we return it for a gift card. It's crazy how we did it. Yeah, and somebody was saying that. Oh well, another argument I heard was that they want Vic Fangio on the field, but truth be told, that's what he's done all his career is coaching the booth. So yeah, all right, that's what's up, Sean. Hell yeah, man. And I know I'm gonna be at that tailgate, so the fact that he was in the booth or on the ground, that shit had nothing to do with nothing. That has nothing to do with that at all. As a matter of fact, it's coaches say they see the field a lot better as a defensive coordinator. Personnel is personnel. And by the way, I guess I'm not the only person that thinks that Bill Belichick is going to be going to Los Angeles Chargers. I heard that again today. Bill Belichick to the Chargers. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think we could bounce back. What's going on, Color?
What's up, Shake? How's everybody going?
Good. So what I was saying about the home field advantage was the fact that one of the things that helps us cap off fourth quarter victories is the teams are a lot more fatigued than we are because we're used to playing in the heat. But once that, like the Titans game, they wouldn't have been, if they would have been playing at 1:00 versus 8:00, the fatigue levels of the fourth quarter would have been night and day difference. So being that they weren't as fatigued as they would be at the 1:00 game, our home field is gone. So what's the point of having, I mean, I know we need to get our wins, but what's the point of having that home field advantage if it's only for the month of September, maybe October, and then the rest of the months when it's finally cool off, and we play at a primetime game, or you know what I mean, it's no longer a factor. It's like playing in a dome, essentially.
Well, you could argue that the cold weather teams have that problem in the early part of the year.
Yeah. I brought up two teams that I brought up was Green Bay and Denver. Those places are hard to win in this. Unless the only team I've seen beat Denver in the playoffs was Pittsburgh, and you know Pittsburgh is a frozen tundra themselves.
Right. I mean, I just think there's a lot more to home field than just weather. You know, as far as the advantage goes. You know, you're sleeping in your own bed. You're falling out of bed to go to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's obviously the friendly crowd. You know, that helps a lot on defense. But
let's welcome Big Nick to the crowd. What's going on, Big Nick?
Hey, man, I don't know if it means anything to you guys, but it means something to me. You guys are the first Dolphin content I've heard since Sunday.
That's
and that was by design.
That.
You guys know how I am, and I promise you, you guys are the first Dolphin content I've listened to. I haven't been on Facebook since Sunday, so you guys are. That's how much you guys mean to me.
Well, we appreciate that, man. It took it that hard, did you?
Always. But I also didn't want to hear. The uneducated come on here and spew hatred. You know, I mean, Shake, I love you, buddy, but the home field or the sun wouldn't have made a difference when you had one starting offensive line and everybody else was third string at best.
No,
it was going to come back and bite you in the butt eventually.
No, but here's the thing, though. You've seen how Will Levis was. He wouldn't have been. They would have been a lot more tired. He wouldn't have making those passes that he was making.
Man, so Will Levis like 22 years old. He's never been tired in his life.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry would have been tired.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Look, I look at it like that's a good point you bring up, Big Nick, and I actually think it's more of encouraging because if you're talking about, you know, I know teams are supposed to overcome, you know, injuries and you talk about depth, but then there's also being realistic that you're talking about third string players at some point. But the fact that we still only, I mean, it's not like the game was a blowout. It's not like we got embarrassed other than the fact that we should have beat them. So that's a little embarrassing. But it's not like you would think with the situation if most teams were in the situation we were in, we would have got blown out. You know what I mean? So you can take some kind of encouragement that it still was only a 1-point loss.
Are we giving a third of that loss to the special teams coach?
Oh, nope. Like I said in my opening monologue, the week before we had a total team victory. This was a total team win, total team loss.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I give 56 minutes to Mike McDaniel in the offense and 4 minutes to the defense. That's literally how it went out.
We had an easily blocked field goal that got to go to the special teams coordinator.
All right.
You're blaming this game on the special
defense.
Big Nick, so you want to blame that loss on the special teams coach, really?
No, but yeah, the defense.
Is that what you heard, or you just want to come fucking with me? I just said
I haven't heard nothing from you all week. Now you want to pop up and talk about special teams.
It's my prerogative. I don't want to argue, man. Cap, I don't want to argue. I know that's your name.
Neither do I. Listen, I think I made my point.
I know you look at me as some sort of alpha and you gotta come attack me every time. But I did not say that. I said a third of that loss has to go to the special teams coordinator.
Right. Fair enough, Alpha Man. Fair enough, Alpha Man.
Did I not say that, guys?
Yeah, I mean, but
you also said that we weren't going to lose this game and that we were thinking too outside of the realm of possibility.
I don't want to combat with you, man. I don't want to combat with you. I want to talk about the Jets.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Smart idea. Let's do that.
Can we all just listen? No, but I agree. Listen, the last thing I'm gonna say about it, at least that it was special teams that got us that helped get us that touchdown, that 14-point lead. But anyway, let's talk about the Jets. Zach Wilson is playing for sure. And he was what, offensive player of the week last week? If you can believe that.
Hey, the NFL wants Zach Wilson to just show up to the stadium and get him the offensive player of the week. Come on, let's face it, that's New York, man. Come on, man.
At least their quarterback showed up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See what I mean? Like, oh my God.
Am I lying?
I think 31 other quarterbacks showed up too. That's how you play the game.
That's a great politically correct answer right there.
All right, Cap.
All right, I'm done, Shake. I'm done. I'm good.
What do you think of the keys of victory for you, Cap, this game?
No turnovers. No more turnovers.
Hey, Bengals, it's whatchamacallit, 17-10 right now. Bengals could be coming back.
There's football today?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, right now it's 17-10 Bengals.
Crap, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Hey,
college is basically over, so we're going to get a bunch of Saturday action for the rest of the season.
With all seriousness, Big Nick, look, to answer Shake's question, I think you and I can agree on this. No more turnovers, bro. In the fourth quarter, if the defense gives you the ball back, try to convert. That's it. It's real simple. For some reason in December, this team catches a brain fart, bro. And then they want to blame the defense all the time when they're giving you the ball back.
Or maybe Xavier
had that problem against the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Eagles, none of which was in December.
Maybe Xavier can stop getting beat by 7 yards. How about that?
I mean, we were blaming Xavier, we were blaming Eli Apple, we were blaming everybody on the defense, and then they ended up being almost a top 7 defense this last week, and all of a sudden they're garbage. Come on, man.
Listen, to be fair for Xavier and Howard, you know, when you're playing prevent defense, you're gonna get beat a lot because you're so back.
Yeah, you know, because see, the thing about it is I don't get a chance to go to the next player because Jalen Ramsey got beat by 5-6 yards a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? So it was a complete team collapse. The coaching collapsed. The players collapsed. The offensive line collapsed. It was just one of those games, man. But the beauty about it is that was the 4th loss in 13 games.
Yeah.
Like, we had like it's the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? That was the 4th loss in 13. Like, who wouldn't take those odds every single time?
Yeah, but 3 losses would sound way more better, right?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look at San Francisco loss. Look at the Philadelphia losses.
That's
Look
the
at
NFC,
everybody's
man.
losses.
This is the AFC.
Is this the homie
Cap. Name a team in the ALC. Name a team in the ALC that doesn't have at least 2 elite players in the NFL on it.
Look, if I'm going to answer that question, I'm going to tell you 7-6. So a lot of teams might have two players on that team. What's the point?
That is the point. That there is no cupcakes in the NFL.
There's no pushovers in the NFL.
I tried telling you that a month ago. You didn't want to listen to me when I told you that was parody.
Stop saying me. Stop singling out me. You don't talk to me like that,
would look
man.
a lot
What's wrong
better
with
if
you?
it said thousands of dollars too, but it doesn't. So
damn, man, it's okay. We lost. It's not the end of the world. The beauty about it, we still control our own destiny. So what?
How long have you been hearing that for the past 4 years, bro? That word is so overplayed. Oh my God,
damn, man. You sad, man. I wouldn't want to go through life living like that, man. I can't. I wouldn't do it.
You see how the shots come towards me? I'm giving you facts and you want to take shots. Always. It never fails, bro. It never fails with you, bro. I'm being factual. I'm not being disrespectful, and you still want to come with the low blows because you got nothing. Because you got nothing, you want to take personal shots like always, bro. But then you're the alpha, right? But then you're the alpha, right?
You got to learn how to have dialogue without thinking everything
this
is a
man comes telling
shot.
me I bring no value to this community whatsoever, but I brought his ass to reality real quick the past couple of weeks.
When did you tell you that you bring no value? I never heard
right here talking about every time I talk, I got no say.
Hold on, give me a second.
I was talking about Derrick Henry rushing and all that stuff the other day. He's like, oh man, you talking all that nonsense. Tennessee's going to come over here and take an ass whooping back home. How did that work out, bro?
There's 2 things about Cap. It's 2 things about Cap for life. When it comes to me, it's 2 things about Cap for life. Either he misinterpreted.
Yeah, because you know me, right? All of a sudden you're a therapist, right?
Let the man talk, and then I'll let you. Let's have some dialogue.
Either he misinterprets what I say, or he take it out of context, or he's having conversations with himself in his mind that I'm having with him.
Here we
Like,
go.
you
Here we
just
go.
asked this
Yeah,
man.
it's all
You
in my
just
mind. The
asked
voice
this
is in
man.
my head, right? You're the
You
one
just
talking,
asked
but
this
it's the
man
voices
that
in my
I
head,
said-
right?
You just said, when did I say he brings no value to this
Bro,
fan
every
base? Like,
time I call you out, you say you don't say this and you don't say that. Bro, it's all on tape, man. All you do is making yourself a fool, not me.
But
Okay.
I have yet to hear him say you bring no value.
Yeah, and you
I said
won't,
about
and you won't hear
nobody.
that because he won't admit it.
Okay. Now,
So
when
he
I
didn't
said,
say it. So you think
when
he's
I
thinking
said-
it, but
No, he
hasn't
did
said
say it. He knows exactly what he says. And every time he
No,
calls
but
me
how
out,
come I
he
never
ends up
heard
looking
of
like the
it?
dumbass.
Why didn't I hear it though? Why haven't
Bro,
I heard
because
it
you
yet?
don't hear everything that's said 24 hours a day. This guy all of a sudden has a hard on for me.
What?
And then when I call him out on his bullshit, he disappears for a week and a half.
I'm asking, hold on,
Hey,
I'm
Shake
asking you,
Money.
Cap, when did he say it? When did he
Hold on,
say it?
Shake Money.
Hey, Big
Hold on,
Nick,
Shake
when did
Money.
you say it, Big Nick?
Shake Money.
When did
Hold
you
on,
say
Shake
it?
Money.
Hey, when
Shake
did you
Money.
say it,
Has
Big
that
Nick?
ever been a
I'm asking
time?
When you were getting
Cap,
all
when did you
cocky
say it?
and
No,
then we
no,
were what?
Cap, hold on, listen, let's time out. I'm asking you, when did you say it? When did he say it? When did I'm asking you? I'm not
The
asking
man's
him.
right there. He can
I'm
tell you
asking
himself.
Okay.
No, I'm
I
asking
will
you.
talk. I will
Hey,
speak.
listen,
Obviously, he can't.
ask
Because
me,
there's
I'll pull
Hey,
up
you
the
got
tape.
the guy right there, bro. That guy wants to say I don't bring nothing to this community. All of a sudden now he wants to be my friend. Come on, bro.
No, I mean he never said that. I never heard him say that, bro.
Well, just because you didn't hear it doesn't mean he didn't say it. That's why
No,
he's
hey,
quiet like a mouse right now.
By the way,
That's
when you
exactly
guys
why he's quiet
argue-
like a mouse
hey,
right now.
listen, when we argue, Cat for Life, and
Yeah,
this is
but I
fact,
don't
when you guys
disrespect
argue,
people, Shake.
it's-
You know that, and
it's
I
nine
know
out of
that.
10
This guy
times
comes
it's
with the
on
long
my
clothes all the
time.
time.
You're
Bro, you know what time he
disrespecting
called
right
out my
now.
old
You're
girl, Shake?
disrespecting right
Hey,
now.
Shake, you
Can
know
you
what time he
please
called
let
out my old
somebody
girl?
finish? Can you
Imagine if
please
somebody
let
comes
somebody
out your
finish?
mom. What you gonna say?
Can you please let somebody finish, bro?
No, I'm just saying, this man all of a sudden has amnesia, doesn't realize he was
Well,
talking
we don't
shit
know
about my
what he
family,
has because
and
you
all of a
won't
sudden
let
now he's
anybody
catching
speak for
amnesia.
themselves, bro. We don't know about anybody and what they say because you
I
won't
know,
let
but you
nobody
got
speak
the
for
horse. You got the
themselves.
horse right there. You can hear it from the horse's mouth, but he don't want to say
Can we
shit now.
please hear it? We can't hear it if you're talking, bro.
Okay. Thank you, Color. Now, as far as to address that, what he just said, Shake Money, name a time when I was on this panel and you wasn't on this panel.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Hey,
Bro, you act
for
like
the
this
most
is the only
part- for the
panel
most
you
part,
talk
come
on, bro.
here
Name
and
a
I'm here.
time. Name a time other than CB83 do I go on anybody else's panel.
Because you
Unless
know
you're
better,
on
bro.
there
You stick your
affiliated.
foot in your mouth and then
Unless
you
you're
disappear for
affiliated
weeks,
on
bro.
Hold on, Cap.
Okay.
Let the man talk, Cap.
Now-
Come on, man. I don't disrespect you like
this
that,
is
bro.
what I
Come on,
mean.
please.
This is what I mean about he must see me as some type of alpha because he always wants to challenge me. I told him simply when he kept bringing up what he's bringing up 10 minutes ago, I said, I don't see how you go through life thinking like that. Meaning you have a choice to be optimistic or pessimistic. You chose pessimism. You
Bro,
choose that.
You are not answering one question
That's
that Shake
not a
asked you,
shot
bro.
at you.
You are not
I'm not
answering
gonna
one
do-
question Shake asked
I'm
you,
not
bro.
going to defend myself in
Yeah,
front of
because you
people.
got nothing, bro. You get slick out the mouth and then you end up getting humbled
Hey,
real
listen,
quick.
at the end of the
I'm
day,
not-
look,
I'm not
we're
gonna
here to
defend
talk
myself
football. We're
in
not
front
here
of
to talk
people.
personal beefs, man.
I'm not gonna defend myself.
All
I
I'm
would
saying,
never,
Shake, is I never
ever.
come
Listen.
after your family.
Oh
I don't
my
suggest
God.
anybody else go after your family. This man over here came after my family. Now he wants to have like he has amnesia.
Child, I don't even know your name.
So next time, keep my old girl's name out your mouth next time, bro.
Man, listen. I'm not gonna defend myself in front of people
You don't
that
have to
know
defend yourself,
who
bro.
I
All I
am
know
as
is
a
the
Dolphin fan.
hey, the gods don't like ugly, bro. And then every time you
I
open
don't
your
believe
mouth,
in
this
God.
team
I don't
suffers,
believe
bro.
in God.
Every
don't
time
believe
you
in
open
God.
your mouth,
Okay,
this team ends up getting
all right,
humbled
Cap,
real quick.
Hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor, guys. Y'all, whatever beef y'all have, just let it go, bro.
I don't have
And
beef.
take it somewhere
You're
else.
right, Jake. You're right, bro. You're right.
I don't
Shake.
have
My
beef
bad,
with
Shake.
anybody.
My
I
bad.
just said.
My bad,
I
Shake.
just
All right,
said.
let's
I
now,
just said I have been away from the Dolphin community, all things Dolphin. I haven't even listened to Kyle Krabs. I haven't listened to anything
Yeah, I wonder
since
why.
the Monday night game. Since that game went off, I haven't. This is the first Dolphin content that I participated in since Monday. This is the reverence I hold for this channel. Now, if anybody disagrees with my optimism and how I feel about the Dolphins, that's on them. But I'm
Optimism.
not here.
You had like
I'm not
17
here to
people
judge
coming
your
after you,
fan
bro. Because of
So
your
anyway,
optimism.
all right,
Bro,
all
this
right,
guy
The
comes
internet
after
ain't
people.
real, homie.
He attacks
ain't real,
people.
homie.
He attacks people left and right, and we're the ones that have optimism. Bro, humble yourself,
The
bro.
internet is not real, homie.
It's not about being real and fake. It's about being respectful, like you said. You always come up with
internet is not
disrespect on
real.
people, bro.
The internet is not real.
That does not answer any question, but that's just being real.
Well,
Like,
let's talk about Sunday. Let's talk about Sunday.
yeah, let's
what do you
talk
guys
about
think
Sunday, please.
Thank you, Cap for Life. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Hey,
So, all right, now let's talk about Sunday. You guys think Tyreek Hill is going to be playing this Sunday? Let's talk about Tyreek Hill, and hopefully this 2,000 yards is out of reach, so we don't have to focus on giving him 2,000 yards, which I think that shit is bullshit.
Yeah, I really am still concerned, Shake. I don't see how we're going to get another win unless we can confirm whether Tua replaced Mike White's snow globe or not, bro. I think that, I mean, ever since the snow globe was broken, bro, that's all I'm saying, man, you know?
Hey.
That's all
man,
I'm
this
saying.
is that. I got a feeling this is going to be that Jalen Water game you guys always been. Because you guys, I feel like when you come after Mike McDaniel, I feel like when people come after Mike McDaniel, like he get pissed off like me and he wants to show everybody.
Well,
so I just think this is going to be.
Big Nick, he only has himself to be pissed at, bro.
That's cool. We understand that.
I just want to say, pointing out that he called the lowest probability pass play in the history of the NFL on a 3rd and 2. That I don't see that as coming after him. It's just pointing out a fact that was a mistake.
Hey, color. It doesn't matter how you see it. When you're competitive like that, even when you know you fucked up, and people bring up the fact that you fucked up, you still got something to prove.
Well, the only reason people keep bringing it up is because they want to keep deflecting back to the defense, bro. And it's like, can we talk about Mike McDaniel's play calling for once in a season?
You know what I mean? The man is a borderline genius. He hit a child.
He is, Big Nick. He is. And I'm not off of that bandwagon. I just am confused why somebody I believe is so brilliant and calculating as him, how he can go to something so low probability in a crucial moment like that.
I'm not criticizing the fans for criticizing Coach Mack. All I'm saying is he's going to use that shit as fuel. He's going to say, oh, you think it's like that? Well, I'm going to show you, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he better show it quick because he's 1-5 with 2 in December.
I'm just confused by the call because of what I know about Mike McDaniel, Big Nick. I know he's a very analytical, calculating, logical person. So to see him call that play was confusing to me. That's all. It's not like, you know.
By the way, the game is tied up right now. Cincinnati is tied with the Vikings 17-17. They just scored 2 points.
Oh,
hey, let me get to the homie Q, man. I haven't heard from him, man. Let's hear what you got to say, man. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, not much, man. What's up, Shake? What's up, Colin? What's up, Cap? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're feeling good.
By the way, you're kind of low right there, bro.
You guys gonna pull it out today, man? Who you playing? Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, or Trubisky, the true biscuit?
Stop, Colin.
Hey, Oos, real quick, Oos. Before you go, Oos. On another level, on another note, they got to start giving main event Jey Uso some wins, man. I'm just saying.
Hey, he's been quiet. He's been quiet on that front. I'll give you that.
I'm like, is he just on Raw to take the pins?
Yeah, they've been pushing him to be main event Jey Uso, but ever since him and his brother and the tribal thing broke up, it wasn't the same.
Yeah, all he's doing is taking pins, but they trying to tell us that he's main event Jey Uso. Like, come on, man.
By the way, Q, I left y'all's game off my parlay, man, because I just don't trust it, bro.
Yeah, me too, Color. I'm with you there. I don't trust the offense. I don't even trust the defense as well. Right now, I'm praying. I've only got a prayer right now, Color. I'm only praying right now that we.
I mean, if they would, are you guys playing Trubisky or what?
I think we're starting Trubisky, but then Rudolph, who I think gives us a better chance.
Right, me too. And if they had been clear about it, like it'd be easier to know, okay, even if they would have been clear, like, yeah, we're all in on Trubisky, then I could say, well, Tomlin might be able to figure out a way to win. You know what I mean? But when it's up in the air all week, it's like, it's going to be a shit show, bro.
Pittsburgh still got a couple of division games left too, right? So correct me if I'm wrong on that. Right, so
it sucks because they're still in contention, bro. They're not like out of it. It's like, you know,
they're in a good place.
Yeah, but the Browns are in a better place. They can't have like 4 or 5 of that the same. I mean, there's only what 3 in that division that can probably take the wild card, but it's going to
But
be
how
tough
can the
for
Browns
all
be
of
in a
these
better
teams.
place when they play the Steelers again?
And that's the thing,
Because
Cap.
they're
That's
8
why
and
I
5
keep
right
telling
now,
people
bro.
to quit. That's why I keep telling people to quit riding Buffalo's nabs, because these teams are all fighting for that same spot, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Man,
each division, there's only going to be
7 and 6
one
teams,
wild
bro.
card. You know what I mean? There's not going to be 2 wild cards in one division, and there might be 2 in one division, like the North
That might.
or the West. So that's just like these teams that are playing today. Nothing is going to change much if they win. But
Yeah.
a bad day for Buffalo would be if 3 AFC teams won today. That would be a bad day for Buffalo.
Exactly.
Everybody know for the
Exactly. So
first time in my life, I rooted for
of making the
Buffalo last
playoffs,
week.
their chances
For
of
the
making the
first time
wild
in my
card
life,
is
I didn't root
slim
for
to
them, but I
none.
wanted Buffalo to win last week. Since the Dolphins lost, I wanted Buffalo to win out until they met the Dolphins, so we can be the ones that eliminate them from the playoffs. But since the Dolphins lost, and I can't really root for Dallas. I think I need Dallas to win.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I always root for Dallas. I like Dallas, unless they play for Miami, of course.
I have Dallas in a blowout.
Oh yeah, your best
I
friend.
think the Bills are. I think the Bills are way in over their heads,
Come on.
man.
Guess a whole lot of people gonna be delusional on that Dallas game.
If anybody can beat Dallas, it's Buffalo, for real. If anybody can beat them, it's Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, if anybody can beat Dallas, it's Arizona. But I mean, really?
Didn't the Jets
Good
beat them
point.
too?
Greg Camarillo.
They got thrashed. The Jets got thrashed by Dallas.
Hey, caller. If you look at the playoff standings right now, and people think that the Buffalo fans, especially, if they win out, they're gonna make. No, you need teams to lose as well, because they're what.
That's what I keep trying to tell them all, but they're all no.
Ninth in the playoff.
And even if all the cards fall the
Oh,
right way,
14.
they have to beat Miami in particular to make the playoffs, bro.
Right. They have no Miami or Buffalo have no wild card aspirations. We couldn't get it. So it's division or bust for both teams.
Pretty much. I mean, Buffalo there is an outside mathematical shot that if everybody keeps winning, Buffalo still makes the playoffs with us winning the division. But that's like the rarest of rare. It's either going to be we fuck up, they overtake us for the division, or they're out of the playoffs. That's likely what's going to happen.
Houston is already on the outside looking in. I think they got 5 losses?
6.
More than that. They're like 7 losses, I think now.
7. Oh yeah, 7.
Oh yeah, they lost the last 2.
Yeah.
But you got Denver and the Raiders now nipping at everybody's heels, man.
Oh, bro, it's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You got everybody 7 and 6. The Browns are what 8 and 5. If we end up slipping, you don't want to be in that 7 and 6 category, bro.
And look, we can say it was a fluke the other night, but tell that to the Raiders, who feel like they're a team that can score 63 points. You know what I mean?
But again, I can't even get on the bandwagon. It was a fluke, man. I understand we was down our third. I mean, I know it's people look at it as an excuse, but we down our third and fourth offensive lineman. We only had 1 starter on the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So, and then
I keep saying, it's time to scheme Tua. It's time to scheme Tua away from the pocket. Period.
Almost athletic offensive lineman went out early. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put Liam in that position.
We gotta Russell Wilson-ify Tua from here on out, bro. That's all there is to it.
Now you just got to find Jalen Water, man. Jalen Water's 100% healthy.
Yeah, you got to find Jalen Water.
And what I'm saying, Big Nick, is the easiest way to find anybody is to clear out and open the field for Tua. And that's get him out of the pocket. That's get him out of the damn pocket.
I don't know.
If you got wind surges up to 25 miles an hour, how are you going to throw it to Water?
I'm talking about design schemes to get him out of the pocket where he. Hold on. I'm not talking about bootlegs. I'm not talking about running, throwing on the run. I'm talking about get him out of the pocket so he can plant and set his feet while he's alone and can see the whole field for at least 2 or 3 seconds. That's what it's going to take, bro. or he's going
Now,
to get
there
murdered
was a
back there,
comment that
man.
just said, how you going to find Waddle, right? Remember when Tyreek,
If the
a
man
couple of
says you
games
can't
ago,
see over the field, I
a
mean, give it
couple
to
of
the
games,
tight end.
Tyreek went out.
Give it to
Was
the
it the
running back.
Jets game? Was it the Jets game when
Don't try to
Tyreek
play hero
went out
ball
for a
in
little
these type
while
of elements. That's all I'm saying.
and Jalen stepped in and took Tyreek plays and ran Tyreek plays, and they found Jalen then.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
Yeah, but
I don't know,
again,
Cap,
Big
man.
Nick,
Our
Big
team
Nick,
sucks,
Big Nick,
Cap.
Big Nick. I'm
Everybody on our
operating.
team
Hold
sucks, Cap.
on,
I
damn
don't
it.
No,
know.
they don't,
I don't
bro.
know
Hold on,
Nick,
why
damn
why
it.
are you
Hold
giving
everybody
on,
up,
got a
hold
bro?
damn
on.
Big
tailgate.
Nick, why are you
We're
Big
the
giving
Nick,
up,
worst
bro?
team in the history of teams, man.
Big
Bro,
Nick, I was
don't give up, Big
operating.
Nick. Don't give
I
up.
was,
I done
I
gave up.
was,
You convinced me. You convinced me to give up, Cap. It's over. We got
Nah,
the
man,
bro,
worst
guys,
team
God
I'm
damn
in the
it,
convincing
man.
history
you
of
to
How
get your
about
football.
ass
both
up.
of y'all don't stop arguing? I'm trying to answer what Big Nick just said. Big Nick, earlier you mentioned that, our offensive line troubles. That's the perspective I was speaking of when getting two out of the pocket. I'm not talking about that's what we
Understood
should have
that. I
been doing.
understood
You
that.
know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
understood that. Yeah, I understood that.
But that's what I mean.
But
Like finding Waddle is going to be a lot easier when you're not being murdered because our offensive line is leaking like a sieve. You know what I mean?
I'm just
but
saying,
we also
everybody
can't
likes the
stop.
jet sweeps. Everybody loves the jet sweeps. I would think
We
that's the only
can't.
time you utilize Waddle in that type of situation, not throwing
We
the
can't
ball.
stop. We can't stop stroking Butch beard right when he was about to climax too, just because it took a little longer than we expected. So we got to also keep faith in Butch beard.
That I agree with. Finally, I agree with you on
Alternatively,
something.
Big Nick,
Finally.
besides scheming two out of the pocket, you could also scheme the pocket away from him. Like we can do because we run in a zone scheme that has the ability to do that. It's like running a counter trap, except the quarterback is left with the ball in an open field of vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we're gonna easily beat the
Either
Jets.
slide
Man.
the
I don't think
pocket
it's gonna
left
be
or
close.
slide the pocket right.
I think we'll easily beat the Jets, man. It's three things in life that's guaranteed: death, taxes, and the New York Jets finishing in last place.
Man, don't do that, man. God don't like ugly. Don't
I
do
can
that,
do
man.
it. I don't believe in God.
That's the
Okay,
problem right there.
hey,
That explains
For
everything.
who?
We
That's
the
the problem for
atheist
who? Now
crew,
you
Cap.
judge it. See, that's the
Me and
main
Big
reason
Nick,
why I
me
don't
and Big
believe in
Nick
it,
are
because
the atheist
it makes
crew, bro.
people judge.
anyway, man, this is I brought this up before, right? As far as the receiving is, right? You only have one receiver, Cedric Wilson Jr. over. Okay, now you got two receivers over 200 yards, 207. Barrios at 207 and Cedric Wilson at 201.
Yeah,
I mean,
I brought that up last week.
they're if you look at it,
That's got to be choice. Shake.
1,500 to Tyreek and 800 yards to Waddle. So you're pretty much a big bulk is going to two wide receivers.
That has to be
And-
choice. Nobody's going to tell me that Braxton Berrios, River Craycraft, and all these other guys just forgot how to get open all of a sudden.
No, it's not that color. It's like if the fast lane is open for you every time you're on the highway, you're gonna take that motherfucker. Period.
Well, I get that. That explains a certain amount
that's
of.
it.
That explains a certain amount of the imbalance, bro. But there's still a little bit of choice there too, man.
Go look at the
And
Madden
the thing
stats.
about it too, Big Nick. Hold on, Big Nick. There's been times where Tyreek Hill has three people surrounding him, and you be like, why is he still throwing to him? And they don't get complete.
I understand, because that little debris got in the fast lane once when I ain't see it till it was too late. Go look at the Madden stats. I know it's crazy, but go look at the Madden stats. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's just the way it is. See, Michael Jordan.
I think what happens, I think what happens with Madden is a lot of people, and I'm not putting this on you. I'm saying a lot of people get into this idea because they can win with this team, that anybody can win with this. Like in real life, you can do the same things. Like that's not a computer program that doesn't get tired. You know what I mean?
Only way I can win with a team that I'm not familiar with is I do what that team with the shit allows me to do with that team.
Like I can find a way to win with any team on Madden, bro. You give me the worst team constructed, and I'll find a way to win.
Right.
Hey Pam, how you doing, Pam?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
What's up, Miss Pam?
Doing great.
Hey,
But yeah,
it's
that's my
good to
whole
see
thing.
you, hear
That
you.
Y'all hear that?
But that's only because I can count on certain things because it's a video game, because it's a computer program, Big Nick. Like I can count on if these wide receivers on this team, on this other team are slower, hey, that's fine. I can work with that because they're always going to be the same speed. So I can like develop a pattern and still move the ball down the field with everybody. You know what I mean?
Hey, Color.
That doesn't happen in real life, bro.
In 99% of Mike Tyson's fights, he lost the jab battle. 99% of them, he lost the battle of jabs. He didn't need that motherfucker.
Oh, I can bet that. And it's kind of interesting you point that out because it's kind of how I feel about this team. Like, it seems like we're really volatile, like Texas Hold'em volatile, where, we will bludgeon anybody to death, bro, if we're executing. But if we don't execute, we're the worst team ever to take the field, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't execute, you get that Buster Douglas treatment real quick.
Yeah. You know, you take it away, and then but Mike Tyson came out.
But you know what, though? But that's us, and that's our identity now. And we can't do nothing but roll with it.
And I ain't
that's
mad
where the
at
positive.
it,
that's where I try to grab positivity from, like Cat for Life. Like when I look at it, like, look, this is our army. It is what it is. We gotta go to war.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I don't want to win like the '94 Cowboys because that's not our team. I want to win like the.
I don't want to just assume we're gonna have a bad day and get rolled. You know what I mean? Because if we have a good day, we can beat anybody that ever took the field.
But, I get that. But I mean, I get that. But with our track record, I'm not one to cash in checks too soon because then we end up with like a foot in our mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fully understand that, bro. I've never tried to take that away from you, bro.
But look, Color, with that same with that same thought pattern, right? The best team in the NFL, right, that won the Super Bowl is only the best team for 1 year. You got to move off of that shit, that past shit. It don't matter.
I mean, for real though, they're really only the best team for 3 games if you think about it.
No, I'm just saying, they get to be the Super Bowl champs for 1 year, which means they're the best team, but they're the best team.
Well, the reason I say they're only the best team for 3 games is because nobody in their right mind can tell me that the Dolphins would have lost 52-17 to the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Nobody in their right mind can say that. So we had to be better than the Bills that year, even though they knocked us out.
But my point is, we beat them twice that year, but they beat us in the wild card. But my point is that we can't keep saying our track record. Fuck a track record. We're talking about right now. We don't know what the fuck this thing is going to bring.
You can't think ahead either.
We don't.
Well,
we don't
here's
know
the thing. On Cat for Life, in 2000, when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, their track record was always lose in the first.
I'm not talking about the Bengals. I'm talking about us and our track record. Every time we think ahead, things bad happen.
I'm giving you examples of track record.
I get you, my man. I get you. I get you.
Let me talk about
but the Bengals have gone to the Super Bowl. We still waiting.
I'm bringing facts. And
the facts are the Bengals went to the Super Bowl.
When they went to the Super Bowl, their track record was they always lost in the first round.
But they got to the Super Bowl. That's a fact.
But their track record was they always lost in the first round.
That's fine, but they got to the Super Bowl regardless.
Cap, your problem is
what Shake is saying is nobody knew. Nobody knew they were going to go to the Super Bowl before they did, is what Shake's saying.
And the problem is they went to the Super Bowl with our ex-offensive coordinator and our ex-defensive coordinator.
No, Shake's right. They literally fired Marvin Lewis because he couldn't get beyond one playoff game,
fine,
bro.
But they got to the Super Bowl with our ex-staff members of offense and defense.
Again, it doesn't matter, but their track record.
It does matter. You're bringing it up.
It doesn't. No, you're bringing up new staff. Well, because they don't have. Well, guess what? We have new staff. So at the end of the day, we don't have the staff before. So
I get that. That new staff, 1-5 in December.
You can't go off track record, bro.
I get that, but 1-5 in December, and that's present. Not
you're talking about one season, bro.
We're 1-1 in December right now.
With this coaching staff?
You're talking about one season, bro.
With this coaching staff, that's 2 years.
No.
All right. Now we're gonna have to do this. No, we're gonna have to do this. Shake, go back to Zach. Hold on, go back to Zach. Hold on, go back to Zach Taylor's first year in Cincinnati and find out what his record was in December. Let's do this nonsense.
You guys are moving it way
back. You're moving the goalposts, bro.
You're the one that's moving the goalposts, bro. You're kicking that shit to the fucking other fucking stadium.
But the reason why we're going down this rabbit hole here.
What is the fucking record this fucking year?
Not 2-0.
Okay,
the
we're 1 and 1.
reason,
We're not
the
2
reason
we're
why
not
we
0 and
can
2.
put,
We have a win
listen,
in December. Point
say
blank.
he's taking up off subject, right? He uses a measurement, and then when you
Somebody
bring
make
up
it easy for me to
And
look
you're
up. What
predicting
was
the
Zach
future.
Wilson's
He's
first
doing
year?
his best CNN impression, bro.
Yeah,
That's
but he's
Listen,
predicting the future. I'm not
you
living in
can't
the
bring
past
up
or living in
the
the
only
future.
thing
I'm
you
talking
can
about
measure.
now.
The only thing you can measure a track record against is a track record. So for you to say we're not talking about those other teams, then why bring up a track record? Because
He
you can
brought
only
up the
measure
Bengals.
a
I didn't
track
bring them up.
record
He brought
off
up the
a track
Bengals.
record.
He brought up the
No,
Bengals,
we're
not
talking
me.
about track records. We're talking about if we're gonna go off track
We're
records.
talking about track records.
Okay, what's the track records for the Bengals?
You can
And then
only
what's the track record for the Patriots?
You
That
can
doesn't
only
help your
measure
point.
track records
That
against
doesn't
track
help your
records.
point.
Yes, it does. I mean, isn't Bill Belichick on that roster? They
What
should
does
be
that have
they
to
should
do
be
with
they
track
should be the
record? You're
AFC
asking the track record for the
championship right now.
Bengals and the Patriots.
Capitalize.
I'm going to
'cause you
squash
stop
this
trying to be
right
the
now. Hold
smartest
on. I'm going to
person in the
squash
room.
this right now.
Squash,
If
yeah,
you
there's
stop
nothing to
trying to
No,
be
squash.
I'm
the
going to squash
smartest
you right
person in
now
the
because
room,
this
then
is
What
the
are
you're
you
gonna
trying to
learn
squash?
fact. This
something.
is the
There's nothing to
fact.
You're gonna
squash.
learn
This is
something.
the fact. Zach Taylor, hold on. Zach, you said Mike McDaniel is 1 and 5 in December, right? That
Am I
means he was.
lying?
Hold on a second. That means he's 0 and 4 last year, right? Because
I
he
mean,
got
we
a
won.
win this year
No, I'm
and a
saying
loss. So that means he was 0 and
With
4
Tua.
last year in
He
December,
won with
right?
Skyler, but I'm saying with Tua.
Can you fucking please let a motherfucker
No, he
finish
can't. He
once in
can't.
your
He
life,
can't.
bro? Once
He
in your
can't.
life, can you let somebody finish?
Now I'm answering your question.
Okay, what? So Mike McDaniel's record in December last year was 0 and 4, correct?
With Tua, correct.
Okay, Zach Taylor's record for the entire season in his first year was 2 and 14.
And
They made it to the Super Bowl.
what's the problem?
Track record.
You bringing up the fact that we're 1 and 5 in December when the guy's only had one season under his belt.
You can only compare a track record with the track record. That's what you don't understand. So you can't say who don't care about Cincinnati. When you're bringing up track records, you can only compare track record to track record.
Okay, but you're not going to mention that he did that
Nobody
with
was
Burrow.
holding. Hold on. When Cincinnati first started to make a run, nobody was holding Marvin Lewis's track record over their head like they're holding our 35 years over Mike McDaniel's head.
Okay, fair enough. How's it going, Pam?
Why do we have to defend
It's
our
going.
team?
It's going. But I really do wish people would focus on this year, this coaching staff. And you can't even say last year it was the same coaching staff because there's a lot of different coaches on the staff this year than last year. It's a different team. We have a lot of injury issues.
So why are we complaining about coaching, Pam?
I didn't think we were.
You'd be surprised.
About?
You'd be surprised what you heard this week.
Oh my God!
I didn't
We're
think
talking
I
about
was.
that.
I
You
should
gotta
say
get
You
I
off
haven't
should
been
Twitter,
around
bro.
all
I
week,
should
so you
gotta
have
get
no
off
say in
Twitter,
this
man.
conversation.
You've got to get off Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
No, the people you're
That
hearing don't
conversation
even exist, man. They're bots.
is dead
What are you talking
anyway.
about?
We
You see
play
how you try?
Tennessee.
Look,
We don't play Tennessee.
you see what you
It's
guys do,
over.
right? You see what you guys do. I'm talking to Pam, and I'm pretty much
You
telling
really
her, hey,
think 970 people or 900 and some people actually want to follow me, bro? You
what
seriously
does that
think
have to
those
do?
are real
Look,
people?
Look, Pam brought up coaching. I bring up coaching. You guys get defensive because coaching, for some reason, is the problem now. So now I gotta go.
Always,
I gotta go where now? I gotta go to CNN, and where else I gotta go now? And I don't comprehend things. What else? What other insults did I get?
No, it's what you're doing is you're bringing stuff you
But
hear
you're
from
the one
other
complaining about
platforms.
coaching, right?
You're bringing stuff you hear from other people on other platforms and holding it over our heads. That's what you're doing.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not
And I
holding
didn't
anything
hear
over
him.
anybody's head
I
that
heard
doesn't get
somebody
offended for something
mention
they said that was.
coaching,
Oh, sorry, Pam. Go ahead. Sorry, Pam.
but
Go ahead.
not most of the people. I only heard like one person saying something about the coaching and about the other seasons. And I don't think you can put other seasons on this coaching staff.
I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%. I agree with you.
you don't. You don't.
No,
You
I
don't.
do. I do.
You don't because you bring up track records.
No. All I heard from you is blaming coaching this and coaching that. Special teams coach this, special team coach that. No accountability for the whole team, but you want to blame coaching even though you got rid of the coach.
Right, okay, right. But how are we supposed to point out what each individual person who's responsible on the team for their mistakes? How are we supposed to point out their mistakes without being
That's a great
accused of
point,
making
Color. I wish there was
excuses?
more accountability for the whole team
Hold
instead of
on a
coaching.
second. I got it. Can I get this question out? Can I get this question out?
No, because he just said something that was
how are we
false,
supposed
Color.
to? Okay, if it's the whole team should be held accountable, then let's do that. We have been doing that.
Yeah, let's do that.
How are we supposed to go through each part of the team?
Coach is weak.
Oh my God, man!
See, right there, Color.
It's just pointless to even try, man.
That's
It's just pointless to even try, bro.
Because
if we're not going to use censorship tools, then it's pointless to even try to have a discussion with anybody on this platform.
He does it on purpose, Color. He does it on purpose. He's saying, I blame the game, the loss on the special team coach.
The last time you spoke for me, it didn't work out well for you, bro.
I didn't say that.
Do not speak for me, bro.
I never said that.
I'm sorry, Pam, but this guy
the whole team's responsible.
He ain't gonna do that to me, bro.
The whole team is responsible. Discussion over. See how boring that is?
I don't know.
See how boring that is?
Without a doubt.
Pam,
Thank you, Cody.
I don't know if you heard right when I first came on. I don't know if you heard what I said. What I clearly said was, this is an opportunity. I said, are we also blaming the special teams coach because we had a field goal that was blocked?
They also got to the ball back.
I said at least 1/3 of the blame goes to the special team coach. That leaves 2 more spots, 2 more thirds that I'm already saying is the blame, but I'm just pointing out 1/3. Is that blaming, or is that saying he lost us the game? Or am I saying that's a combined effort? I'm just pointing out a portion of the combined effort.
I would agree with part of that. I mean, I get your point about the special teams coach, but is it really the coach when the kicker is missing all the time? Is it the coach, or is it just the man himself?
Last time I checked, Crossing was here, and I think the kicker was here before him.
I couldn't
listen, you can't blame the kicker when that Power Ranger wannabe misses his block and lets the kick get blocked.
That's true, but it looked like the kick was really low as well.
Yeah, of course it's low. When somebody touches the ball, the trajectory is going to change.
But regardless of the fact,
I'm saying it was the other way first.
Whether it was a bad kick or whether it was Christian Wilkins.
They all look like they're going low, but eventually it goes high.
Whether it was a bad kick or it was Christian Wilkins, ultimately, who would be the first person to be fired out of those three? The special team coach, the kicker, or Christian Wilkins.
Coach get accountability if somebody? So he called the right play, but one of the players with his job, that can't be on the coach.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Shake. I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is ultimately it's whose responsibility?
The coach you hired.
It's the coach.
Yeah, ultimately. But you hired him already, so you got to lay in the bed you made.
Oh, okay. All right. Just to prove me wrong, you're just going to go against the grain. But
no, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's not proving you wrong. It's a fact. Gosh. This is the coach you have. Support your coach.
We have a delusion alert. Delusion alert in the comments section. Delusion alert.
I want to talk about the Jets.
All right. Sounds like there's a pause in the action. Now I'm going to try to get my question out again. If we all agree that it's a whole team accountability for the loss, then we can't just say, since there's different positions on the team, we can't just evaluate where the mistakes were on a team level. So how are we supposed to go through and talk about each individual group's mistakes without being accused of blaming one specific group?
Well, right, absolutely, Color. Because if it's a whole team effort, then what difference does it make
if everybody's just going to be like, stop blaming this particular group?
Yeah, but it's a whole team.
Hold on, please. Hold on, let me land. If everybody's going to just say, stop blaming this particular group, it's team accountability, then the conversation is over and it's boring.
Absolutely, because it doesn't matter what unit you point out if it's the whole team. It doesn't matter. If you got a barrel full of rotten apples, the barrel is rotten.
Pointing out somebody's mistakes is not blaming them for the loss. Can we agree on that?
100%.
Absolutely. Thank you, Color. That's the best way to clear it up. If it's a whole team, what difference does it make if I point out
Well,
one
if I would have
part?
been allowed to spend the calories for everybody, nobody else would have had to just spend all those calories on each other.
Right. Right. So it doesn't matter, man. If anybody says Tua sucked in that game, yeah, but the whole team sucked.
So when
So it
I'm
doesn't
talking
matter.
about coaching and Mike McDaniel's play calling, I can point out to you at least 5 different instances that had he done something different, we would have won. I can
Right.
point out 5 things that Tua did. If he'd have done different, we would have won. I can point out 5 things the defense did. If we would have did different, we would have won.
Right. And all of those.
So which one do you all want to talk about
No.
first so we're not accused of blaming one of the groups?
How
But
about
here's
the
the deal,
quarterback?
Color.
Since you
All
brought
of
it up,
those
how about the
5
quarterback?
Oh,
All of
geez.
those 5 things equals to the
Fam,
one
he
thing
asked.
Jason Sanders did.
No, I didn't ask. He asked.
I was just guesstimating on the number 5, bro, just to
Yeah, I
be
get
fair
that,
to
but you see how
everybody.
nobody wants to talk about it, right?
We don't have to.
Oh, we don't have to, right?
No. That means you acknowledge it.
Yeah, I hope
What's
you acknowledge
understood
it
don't
too,
need to
buddy.
be said.
I hope you acknowledge it too.
What's understood don't need to be said, Cap.
Exactly. We're on the same
So
page.
why you
with that.
want to keep saying
And
it?
I'm just of the thought that if the defense is going to play lights out and be the only bright spot of our team for 56 minutes and then collapse for 4 minutes, I think out of an hour of speaking about the loss, exactly 4 minutes should go to the defense and 56 minutes should go to the offense.
Color, you're exactly right. But when people are hyping up MVP talks for a month straight, all
Well,
of a
we've
sudden,
been
it's
spending
like
the
quarterback?
entire week. We've been spending the entire week arguing about the defense's problems instead of talking about the other 56 minutes of the game.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Why don't we talk about that?
You can listen. One bad game, in my opinion, don't take anybody.
Because
out
if
of
we
MVP.
do, we're blaming the offense for the loss when the defense should be blamed.
You know how many 4 interception games Dan Marino had in his MVP season?
Oh, here we go with the time traveling.
I'm just saying, like you bring up, everybody been talking about Tua MVP. He had a bad game, so he shouldn't be in. Dan Marino threw
Am I
multiple
lying? Once again, am I lying or insulting anybody or being disrespectful? No, I'm giving you a fact that you don't like.
Well,
No, and
you're the one who's going. Well, there he goes with the time travel.
I'm giving you
You like that
instances
one, right?
of that same fact.
I thought about that
I'm
one.
giving you instances of that same fact.
What's funny though?
Do you understand that, Cap? That I'm giving you scenarios of that same fact you're giving me. Nobody's attacking you. I'm just bringing up instances of that same fact. You don't think what's the boy name? Aaron Rodgers in his 2 back-to-back MVP seasons had like 3 interception games, a few of them?
In the playoffs, yeah.
Games?
In the playoffs, yeah.
No, not in the playoffs. In the regular season, you don't win
So
the
why don't you
MVP
talk
in the
about the
playoffs.
playoffs?
You don't win the MVP in the playoffs.
But why don't you talk about him throwing those picks in playoff games as opposed to our team being in the playoffs?
This dude has absolutely he can't follow his own point.
Sure. Okay, all right.
He
Let's
moved the
keep it like that,
goalposts
bro.
on his
He's
own
never
shit.
been in the playoffs, which may be a mark against him, but it's
Thank
also
you.
you can't say what he'd ever
Tell
do
that
in
to
the
Big Nick,
playoffs
Color,
because he
please.
hasn't been there yet.
Please tell that to Big Nick, Color, please.
No, but I'm telling you that means you can't predict what he'll do because he's never been there yet.
Thank
No,
you. Tell
but
that to
that's
time
not
traveler
even the
guy over
point.
here.
No, you're
That's
trying
not
to
even the
predict that he's going to throw a
Color.
bunch of interceptions in the playoffs.
Color.
How do you know that?
Color. I believe this man is calculated. I believe he knows what he's doing. He specifically brought up MVP. He specifically brought up MVP.
Bro, you were bringing it up all month. All of a sudden, now you're not talking about it.
The MVP is a in-season award.
Yeah, you were giving me the whole definition a month straight. Now you don't even want to sniff
When
it.
you give him an
Look, he
example,
can get back into the discussion by taking Lamar Jackson to school when we play them. And beating the Ravens in the AFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl. That's the only way he can get back in the discussion.
And Cap for life.
I tell you what, 2 things.
You said I've been talking about it all month.
Number one,
I'm going to take the whole thing, bro.
I've been talking about it for 4 years.
Start taking it, bro.
I've been talking about Tua MVP for 4 years. Let's get that straight, buddy. It's not 4 months. It's for 4
we
years.
know that.
I don't think.
Yeah, we know that.
Let me ask you this. I think we all. Has there ever been an MVP that was undefeated?
An undefeated MVP.
Super Bowl MVP.
No, but I'm talking about NFL. Has there been
Was
an
Zonka the
MVP?
MVP?
Well,
MVP?
we would have to know.
Undefeated.
We would have to find out if the 72 MVP was
Somebody
not a Miami Dolphin. Then no, nobody has ever been
Somebody
undefeated.
fact check that, please.
So once Tua gets one loss, and all of a sudden now, you know,
Right.
here's what it
Bro,
is.
that's literally, hey, that cat's the size of a cheetah, literally, bro.
Oh my God.
Well, I think Aaron Rodgers probably had 4 losses in the last time he won MVP. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they were 14-2 or 15-2. You know, I mean,
And he got knocked out of the first round both times he won MVP.
let me ask you this: would if Patrick Mahomes started picking things up and started having good games the rest of the season?
Actually,
Is he
one of the
back in
years
the
he got-
MVP discussion because he lost to the Broncos? I mean,
one of the years he got knocked out in the NFC Championship because I remember Tom Brady beat him in the NFC Championship. So it was
right, but you see what I'm saying, right? If Dak Prescott wins the MVP, which he has, there's odds for him. He's in the discussion, right? Well, they lost to the Cardinals. Does that take him off the table?
Shit, Brock Purdy lost 3 in a row.
I'm just saying, who has a better record, the Cowboys or us right now?
Oh my God.
Cowboys right now.
All right, answer the question. What do you mean, oh my
Who's had
God?
a better
Well, I thought you
record
didn't
all
believe in
season?
God.
Who's had
You
a
ain't
better
believe in
record
God.
all
All of a
season?
sudden, oh my God.
Who's had a better record all season? We could play
Hey,
this game
Connor, I
all
thought he
day.
ain't believe in God. Why he using the Lord name in vain all of a sudden?
We could play this game all day, bro. Who had a better record all season till just
I'm just
last
saying,
week?
after today, who has a
till
better
just
record, the
last
Cowboys
week.
or the Dolphins?
Hey, Cap, first of all, God is a title. It's not a name. It's a title.
Yes,
Bro,
it
you're
is.
20 seconds late, bro.
So, but anyway, so that's all I'm saying. Is if at the
I
end
know,
of the day,
but look, you see how people get defensive. I didn't insult anybody.
Well,
All I
an
said was the
atheist saying,
Cowboys are
"Oh my
10-3,
God," is like
and all of
anybody
a
saying,
sudden,
"Holy
God is
shit."
being
There's
used
no
into
such
this.
thing as holy
An
shit.
atheist all of a sudden starts
Well,
using
maybe
God
it
after I
is.
tell him 10-3 in the Cowboys.
so if I say
but look,
motherfucker, am I taking my mom's name in vain?
Wait. Atheist and God has nothing to do with each other. This scooter can be my God. See, just because I don't have the same God you have, don't mean that I don't
So you
believe in a
pray down
God.
to your scooter every night?
I
Anyway,
could.
listen,
What's wrong?
let's-
Do you
let's not-
do you
this
pray
isn't
to an
the-
invisible
this is
man
the
in the
fifth-
sky?
Listen,
Do you pray to an
I
invisible
pray to
man in
Joe
the sky every
Pesci.
night?
I don't know about y'all, but I pray to Joe Pesci,
That
man, like
scooter
George
better have
Carlin
some hell of a
used to.
mileage.
This is
Like
the tailgate, not the Mormon
Yeah.
hour. So,
that scooter got
Yeah.
good gas mileage.
Do you pray to an invisible man in the
Like
sky
I
every
said,
night?
just like George Carlin said, I pray to Joe Pesci. It's amazing what you can get done with a baseball bat.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
I pray to Daniel Constantine Marino if you really want to know.
That's good, bro.
I
As long as
actually
you say,
believe
hey,
that, Big
I'd
Nick.
rather
I
you pray
actually
for
believe that.
Marino and keep the Marino by your mantle as opposed to having a scooter. That's kind of disturbing, bro.
I bet you reach over every night on your nightstand and tap Dan Marino's bobblehead and let his head wobble around before you go to
Hey,
sleep.
Cap, who's the
And
arbiter?
you're like, good God, and you go to sleep.
Hey, Cap, who's the arbiter of what's weird and strange? Who is?
Big
who
Nick,
determined
before Big
what's
Nick
weird
goes
and
to
what's
bed every
strange?
night, he says, Danny, are we going to win the Super Bowl this year? And then he flicks his head
Look,
and Danny
weird-
bobbles
hey,
his head
hey,
up and down and
hey,
says,
Big Nick.
yup, and then he goes to
Get
sleep.
out my room, color.
Big Nick, weird.
Hey, look. I
What
could
was
pray
that
to
question,
Jabu.
Big Nick? You
I
asked me
could
what,
pray to
weird and
Jabu,
strange?
but
I believe
could
weird
pray
and
to
strange.
Jabu, but Cap for
Look,
life don't know
weird
who
and strange
Jabu
is
is.
underrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to think you're weird and strange, bro. This whole society is built on weird and strange, and you have the best entrepreneurs, the best businessmen, the best archaeologists.
Who
I'll
decides
take
what's weird
Dolphin
and strange?
fandom
So
weird and
everybody that
strange,
you
though.
call weird and strange right now pretty much contributed to the roof you have over your
Who
head.
decides what's weird and strange?
Oh
God,
gosh.
bro.
Huh?
Your maker, bro. Your DNA, like look it up. I don't know what to tell you anymore, bro. I'm not getting
So
into
my
like
DNA
politics
decides
and
my
to
DNA
religion
decides if you're weird and
because
strange.
I don't know. I can't with you, bro. Like for a scooter to be your main source of prayer right now, you lost me, bro.
no, he said Dan Marino. Come on now.
Okay, y'all give him Dan Marino. Let's try to help him.
And a scooter.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But,
so Dan
but
Marino
what?
on a scooter. I
But,
is
got
it an
you.
electric?
Either way, it
Okay, well,
doesn't
hold on.
matter.
Is it an
at least,
electric
hey,
scooter?
look, hey, look, hey,
If it's
Cap,
electric, maybe I'll give you a
at
slot.
least I can get on a scooter. At least I can get on a scooter and go somewhere. You pray to an invisible man in the sky.
How you know I don't got a scooter? I got a scooter too.
Right. But I'm
I
saying,
want a
Okay, like I
scooter.
said, hey, listen, this isn't the religion hour, so let's stop talking about praying and scooters.
Bro, if I had a scooter, a Walmart, a Publix, and my dispensary
Hell
and a
yeah,
Dunkin'
bro.
Donuts, I would
Hell
never
yeah.
buy a car
And I
again.
would buy a cool helmet, bro. Even if I'm going 30, I still buy the helmet just for the effect and the look.
Yeah, I'm with you. All I need is an internet and Walmart. I'm happy, and my dogs, of course. I'm happy.
Anything I can't get within the range of my
And
scooter,
potato
I can
shakes.
get off
You need
Amazon.
potatoes.
That's all there is to it. I don't even need a car anymore. Fuck a
this
car.
is all I need. I promise you, this is all I need. I need me a
And this
case of
red
Coca-Cola.
chair.
Hey,
That's
Big
all
Nick,
I
honk the
need.
horn, bro.
And
Can
this
you
I mean,
honk
if
the
I
horn?
got to
chair.
get to the airport, because planes go further than cars anyway, if I got to get to the airport, I'll either Uber or rent one. You know, it's like whatever.
Hey, Big
Who
Nick,
needs a
honk the
car
horn,
anymore?
please, bro.
I'm
Please.
not the only one on the panel, homie.
But you got the scooter. Can you honk the
See,
horn?
that's how you actually proactively help the environment. You don't sit here and go, I'm going to drive an electric gas car for 10,000 miles a day. No, you freaking say, hey, what do I really need in my life? And if it's all within 15-mile range, I can get a scooter and get everything else off Amazon. Fuck a car. That's
Yeah.
how you actually do the shit.
Yeah, you fill up the tank for less than $5.
You don't like vote to raise our taxes so everybody feels good about paying back into the system of pollution. You know what I mean? You do something about it. You go out on the hiking trails in Arizona and you pick up the fucking beer cans, which are all Heineken, by the way, not Budweiser. So y'all can get off your liberal selves too, because y'all are the ones littering the whole fucking place.
Yeah, but you can also.
I don't know many Republicans that drink Heineken. Just saying.
You can also stop digging for fossil fuels too.
Pam, I'm sorry,
it
Pam.
ain't Budweiser
Yes.
cans I find on the trails out in the Southwest, man.
We have a lady in the presence. Can we, Pam, please, educate us.
Yes.
And
which
make no
topic?
mistake, they're
'Cause
out
there's a
there
lot.
because the four-wheelers are out there right with the hikers, man. So and there ain't no Budweiser cans all over the place.
Well, I can tell you
Coors Light.
the state of this game. They're in overtime. It's tied 24-24. Each team has had the ball. The Vikings just went for it on 4th and inches.
Oh man.
They did not get it, so the ball will turn over on downs to Cincinnati.
Come on, get a touchdown.
How many minutes?
Well, it's in overtime. There's 6
You're
minutes and
kidding
12
me.
seconds.
You're
It's in
kidding
overtime.
me. That's gonna bust my whole parlay. First game out.
Yep.
Oh, I need them to
It's
win
in
by. I need them to
overtime.
win by 4,
Hey,
and they're
so
gonna
Color,
kick a field goal to win it.
so you're pretty much, hey,
Maybe.
Color, you're basically saying you need Brian Flores to help you win that parlay?
No, I need a freak touchdown to come up. Yeah, I need Brian Flores' defense to open up a gaping hole so they can score a touchdown to win it instead of a field goal.
And by the way, Cat for Life, nobody on this network, and I mean nobody on this network, is anti-Brian Flores. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. We should start supporting everybody that's been here and back out, bro.
Man, I knew I should have left that one off. Damn it.
They didn't even come close actually on 4th and inches. I don't think they advanced the ball at all. In fact, I think they actually lost a few inches there. So now Cincinnati has the ball 1st and 10 at their own. I think it's around the 45. I'm waiting for him
It's
to
in
show the
midfield.
field.
I need somebody to break one.
Around
I need
midfield.
somebody to break
It's the
one.
42.
I need
42,
somebody
yeah.
to break one and take it to the house. That's what I need right now.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see.
I cannot have a game-winning field goal, and I cannot have a tie.
Don't jump on here.
3.5. I took the spread at 3.5 for Cincinnati. They got to win by 4.
So they ran the ball, only got about 2 yards. They're on the 44, their own 44.
Come on, Jamar Chase, take it to the house, man.
I actually saw him on the sideline at one point. He looked like he might have gotten hurt. I'm not sure if he's on the field now or not.
Uh-oh.
Because that would be your best shot at getting a touchdown if he were to break it. But I
because
don't
even
think
if
he's
they
on the
get down
field.
close, they're gonna like bring the time down, or they're gonna like play it safe and kick the field goal.
Hey, Color, did you see what Andy Slater betted on the other day on his parlay, bro?
No.
Bro, the guy
Almost
put in a
picked off.
200. You saw that, right, Pam?
What's that?
He had put a $200 parlay ticket for like a anytime touchdown for 6 guys. He nailed 5 out of the 6. The last guy he
Good
needed was
Lord.
Raheem Mostert, and the guy got 26 grand in hit, bro.
Wow. I wonder what the cash out was at 5 out of 6, bro.
11. It was 11. He said,
See,
"No, I'm going all the way, bro."
I'd have taken it. You turn $200 into 11 grand. You need to take that shit right
Yeah,
there,
but
man. Come on.
He said, "Look,
he would have
Raheem, I
only
trust
lost
you, Raheem."
200. He'd only lost 200 and he had a chance at over 25 grand. So that's like,
Yeah,
Hey,
but
the Hard Rock
in
app, bro.
actuality, though, if they're offering him a cash out
The
at
Hard Rock
11
app.
grand, he's actually now betting 11 grand to win 22. If you think about it.
Color, huge pass downfield, caught
Brownie
there at the he threw the
Special
pass.
Brownie, bro.
They're still going to play it safe.
12-yard line.
They're still going to play it safe,
bro.
Well, they might run the ball because there's 5 minutes left.
Well, if they get a touchdown, they don't. No, any score wins right now because Vikings already had the ball, so they don't have to run the clock down.
Right.
But Zach Taylor's the type that probably thinks a field goal is a higher probability, even though it's actually not.
And that's my thinking. I'm not sure how confident they're not kicking right now.
No, they won't do it on first or second, but they're not gonna. They might do it on third because if a debacle happens, you'll have an extra down if you recover the ball.
Yeah, Bengals just called timeout.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna kick the field goal on third down. Watch.
If Raheem Mostert isn't at least second team All Pro, do we riot?
Yes.
I've been watching football too long. They're gonna kick the field goal on third down.
Yeah, they probably will, but like you said, the probability of that can be not that fabulous, and it depends on your kicker as well.
The thing of it is, the reason you do it on third down is because if something crazy happens and you recover the ball, you still have fourth down to try another kick.
Pam, did you give me an immediate yes when I said that?
Or said which one?
If Raheem Mostert doesn't make at least
I
second
gave
team
you
All
an
Pro,
immediate yes. Yes, I did.
We riot.
No, I'm not behind. They was on the they're on the 12-yard line.
From what I gathered, even if the Dolphins fan riot or protest, they won't listen to us anyway. From what everybody keeps force feeding.
All right, this might turn into a YouTube reaction video right here, guys. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, Color gonna get paid.
If they pull this out, I'm good for the rest of the day and tomorrow.
Second and 6.
Stop, Nicholas.
From
it's probably
the 9.
The shakiest pick on my parlay too. So
all they did was run to the middle.
Yeah,
they ran to the middle to line it up.
Here comes the field goal
They're on
unit
the
on third down.
9-yard line.
So what is it? Field goal end the game or field goal they got a match?
Field goal will end it.
Field goal to end it.
So they're gonna take the field goal, man. They're gonna go for the field goal on third down. That's just the way you do it. That's clockwork. Vegas knew it. Vegas is so damn good, man. Everybody's like, Vegas is wrong all the time. No,
are they good or are they,
The spread was 3.5.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, though, right? Are they good or are they involved?
Right.
Who, the Bengals?
With NFL, with football or college
I get what you're saying.
in general.
I knew I should have just taken the money line for the Bengals like I did everybody else on my
it's over. It's over. The game is over.
Wow.
So Cincinnati's back in it, bro.
Hey, by
with
the
a
way,
backup quarterback.
By the way, did you guys hear about Patrick Mahomes getting fined for Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid got fined for talking
shit about the refs? Good.
Yeah, they got fined.
Good.
Well, especially when they were wrong. And the whole thing, the thing that made me so mad was Andy Reid saying I should have got a heads up, that kind of thing. And like, why should he get a heads up? Because I'm pretty sure we got that same call this season, right? And
Well, here's the thing about
11
that
other
heads up.
teams.
What people don't realize is if it's close, they might give you a heads up. But when you're so far over that they can't even see the ball, they're not going to stop you from committing the penalty. That would be helping the team.
Exactly.
Hey, by
You
the way,
know, when
let
it's
me
that
welcome-
egregious, when they can't even see where you're at because they can't see the ball, you're committing the foul. They're not going to stop you from committing the foul.
And it is their responsibility to be lined up on sides. And that
No,
the
no,
whole thing is they didn't mind when they called that penalty on 11 other teams, including
real
the
quickly-
Miami Dolphins.
Real quickly, I'm gonna say this. Number one, Sherman said it's his, like, whenever Sherman, he'll ask the referee, "Hey, am I good?" He'll be like, then the referee will give you the thumbs up or thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed,
Yeah.
if you want to do it that way. But let me welcome the notorious JP. What's going on, bro? I haven't heard
Hey,
from you. in a while. How you
JP.
doing?
Hey, long time I've been up on here. Nice to chat with some of y'all.
Hey, Fuego Avatar,
What's up,
bro.
JP?
I like it.
I just wanted to add one thing to that, Shake, is that it is incumbent upon the wide receiver to check with the referee.
Yep.
That is what we're taught from the day we step out onto the football field in Pee Wee. Okay, and the reason being is because everybody's perspective is different. It's called special relativity. Okay, nobody is seeing the same thing. So what you're doing is you're saying, because it's so subjective, when you're out on the perimeter, especially when you're out on the perimeter, you look in and you're like, okay, here's my foot, and it looks like I'm on the ball or off of it, depending on what you need to be in your position, right? And instead of worrying about it, you point to the referee and you check with him. He doesn't even look to see. He just says, yes, you're good. He because you checked with me, we are now setting this as the what do you call it? The threshold. Like, this is the set perspective now that me, the referee, and him, the wide receiver, agree upon. So I can't turn around and call a penalty if people are saying, oh, well, look at his foot, it's not on the line of scrimmage. No, they checked and agreed where the set premise was from before the play. That's the point of doing that. It's not like the ref actually looks at you and backs you off a little bit. He just says you're good. And he's acknowledging that you're on the line of scrimmage or off of it, depending on what you need to be. It doesn't matter where you're actually standing. You're just agreeing that you're good. That's
Right.
the point of doing that.
Right.
Kadarius Toney never once looked out to the referee because he was in an inside slot position, and they generally don't do that. So you got to be 100% sure you're not on the line of scrimmage or in the neutral zone.
Yep. No, it was on them.
Or you could still, from inside, you can still look out to the ref and point to him and check with him if you wanted to. They just generally don't do that for some reason.
The thing that I would like to know how much they got fined, because I'm pretty sure it was like,
It had to
their
be in the 30s,
bubblegum
something like
money.
that. 30 or 40, probably.
That it's not enough, especially for Mahomes out there, gonna go after a ref. Oh, they had to hold him back. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're
Let him
questioning-
go. Let me
they're
see what he would
questioning
do,
the
because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
they're
sure
questioning-
nothing.
Exactly.
What a little moron. He
Now-
acts like he showed himself for what he really is.
Right.
A
And now to
privilege.
use to highly exaggerate an example to really drive home the point, I could be standing in the locker room. If I point to the referee and he says and we agree I'm on the line of scrimmage, I'm on the line of scrimmage.
I mean,
Well-
there's video footage, man. I mean, you can't
I'm
argue
just
the video footage.
exaggerating the point. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you really
Yeah.
wouldn't do that in the law. I'm just saying, you could be anywhere in the universe.
Do
and
you
if
think,
you check
Color,
with the ref and he says you're
Well, I
good,
think
you're good.
Color, do you think
I
it's
thi-
more or less him being upset with Tony and not really showing it?
Well, it's
No.
more of being a pompous ass, thinking that everybody else can tell everybody else to sit down and shut up when the refs do something crazy, and for some reason they're the only ones that can say, yeah, They can't do that to
That's my
us.
point.
You know what? You know what's
Yeah,
funny? You know what's
that's
funny to
my
me is
point. And also, the thing is they now have shown who they are because we know they've been getting favorable calls for the
Exactly,
last 2
exactly, Pam.
years,
Pam,
and
exactly.
now
Because
it's like
what
you
did Patrick
owe
Mahomes
us.
say? What did
Hey,
Patrick Mahomes say in his presser?
What?
I've been playing in the league for this many years. I've never once seen an offensive offside penalty.
yeah. So
Ah, no
he
kidding,
basically
Pat.
admitted.
Neither have
He,
we
ba-
against you all.
he
Right.
basically admitted now that you know what, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. They've gotten so many good calls, including ones in the Super Bowl against the Eagles that won them that damn game.
Oh,
Now the shoe's on the other foot.
Like
absolutely.
It's time to
maybe
shine.
Pat, maybe if
JP
you would have
100.
seen that call before, maybe you'd feel like the rest of us for the last 6 years.
Yeah. So you know what? It
No,
kind of sucks when the
JP's
shoe's on the
right
other foot.
about the Super Bowl. Absolutely, the Eagles outplayed them in that game, and that was absolutely favorable calls for Kansas City to win last season, no doubt.
hey.
So now it's not that, hey, look how lucky we got. It's like, damn straight, you don't throw flags on us. What are you talking about?
Hey, by the way, I'm gonna give you an old man reference. I'm gonna give you an old man reference. Patrick Mahomes had his Jaja Gabor moment.
Oh, the diva movement.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's fantastic.
Well, Zsa Zsa
Great
Gabor, I
reference.
mean, is
Mhm.
she's the
You know,
ultimate
if he
diva.
wanted to go to bat for Kadarius Toney, I can understand that. But tell the press that it was up to you to point out to Tony to back up a little bit. Don't
Oh,
blame her.
he's not gonna.
No. If you
Yeah.
want to fall on the sword, do it. But take blame. Don't shift blame. Because otherwise, people are going to be coming harder at Tony. I wouldn't have had to point out that Tony was supposed to check with the referee had Patrick Mahomes just said, no, I was supposed to back him off a little bit.
Even if you check the referee, you still got to back off.
Well,
You can't
and
remain in that position.
I wanna ask y'all.
No, you actually can. If the referee says you're good, then you're good.
No,
I wanna ask
that's
y'all.
not the way it works. They warn
That
you.
is the way
They're
it works,
checking with the
bro.
referee.
That
When you
is
check
the
with
way
the
it
referee, they
works.
warn you. They giving you a warning. Then
No,
they give you a
bro.
chance to
No,
move
bro.
without it
Yeah,
being
when
an
it's
illegal
that
procedure.
egregious, they will back you up. But they generally just say you're good, and you agree that's the starting point.
But he waved
They've
his
been
hand toward the
calling
official.
that
Official didn't do
this
nothing.
season, Crypto. They called it twice last season. So far,
Well,
Well, they
I'd have
said
to
they
12
was
look
gonna
again. I'd have
teams,
to look again. If he
including the
waved to the
Dolphins.
official, then I'd have to quit. I'd have to reevaluate my take if that's what actually. I'd have to look
He
again.
did wave at the official. He waved at him,
Okay.
but the
Well, I'll take your
referee
word
gave him
for
a
it.
warning and told him to move back, and he didn't.
Well,
It was
there you
enough time
go.
before he snapped
Well,
the
there you
ball.
go.
Well, so I want to point
There
out
was enough
something.
interaction between the two.
I want to point out something.
I'm just trying to
and
figure out why
see.
are we having this discussion, because we have footage of Jalen Waddle not being called for being lined up in the same position.
No, that doesn't even have anything to do with that. And that was a dumb picture anyway, because they purposely left the ball out of the picture.
No, the ball was in the picture.
Not the one I saw.
You could see the position where the center's hand was at. That's where the ball was at.
Yeah, but that's not where the ball was placed before the center picked it up and started wiggling it around like centers always do.
No, but the receiver Waddle never moved. He was in the same position.
Exactly, because he likely checked with the referee while the ball was still at rest before the center picked it up.
No, they didn't.
So
I mean, why are we even arguing about it, bro? The refs didn't think Jalen was offside, so they didn't call it. What the fuck are we even arguing about it
when they
for?
call it. That's the problem. They
I'm not
pick
going
and
to feed
choose when
into
they
a bunch
call
of
it.
stupid fans from KC that want to fucking play whataboutisms, dude. I'm not going to do that.
and
I
we
don't
got
care.
Yeah,
that
but if they
call
point out
against us
something that
this
didn't call
year.
against us, we can't get in our feelings either.
Right, and it's highly subjective, which is why you're supposed to check with the fucking referee.
We
Well,
got
we're
that call
assuming that
against us
everybody's
this
checking
year.
with the referees, like you just assumed Tony didn't.
Well, all the video I've seen of it, I didn't notice it. Didn't assume nothing. I've seen the play like everybody else. I didn't notice it.
Well, I've seen it.
You're the first
From the
person I've
sideline
even
angle.
heard say that, bro.
Well, it's
So
fine. I'm probably the first objective Dolphins fan that's saying it because they're not crying about Waddle.
Okay, whatever, dude. I don't even give a shit. How's that for objectivity? I don't care if Waddle was standing in the secondary. They didn't call it.
What happened, Crypto?
Well,
What'd you
good.
say?
Congratulations.
Crypto, what'd you say? I
Because
didn't hear you.
there's calls that we got that didn't get called against us. Whoop-de-doo. That's
well,
the
it
NFL.
doesn't happen
Yeah,
very often.
whoop-de-doo. So what are we talking about? Why is Patrick Mahomes strong-arming a fucking referee?
He's not strong-arming a referee. He's doing what every
Okay.
NFL athlete does.
What, chase after a
Complain about a
referee and
I've
be
call.
held
never
back by
seen
his
an
teammates?
athlete
You
do
mean,
like
Oh,
you
yeah,
mean
that.
chase
exactly.
after
Exactly
a
what it-
referee and be held back by
Yes,
his teammates?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's
Okay.
a lot of
Show me
athletes
the
do
footage
that.
of Tua doing that.
And yeah,
Show me the footage of Tua doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It showed me a footage of nobody getting mad because they didn't get a call not doing that.
I didn't say getting mad. I said strong-arming the referee.
That ain't that. I don't see that as strong arming a referee.
Well, okay, fine.
I
I
see
do.
it different.
So I do. Move on.
Ain't strong
what a
arming
Saturday,
nobody.
So
huh?
I
I
wanted
don't
to
give
have
a
a. I
damn.
wanted
Even
to
if he
have.
did strong arm, that's his prerogative.
Good,
Oh,
bro.
Lord.
What is your fucking problem, bro? Why do you
I
have
don't
to
have
be
a
this
problem.
way?
I don't understand.
I don't even give a shit enough about it.
I don't neither. That makes two
Okay.
of
It
us.
sure don't fucking sound like it.
Okay, that's
I just
your
think
opinion.
I think we're all a
Just
little
the
bit nervous.
two
I
of
think
us.
we're all a little bit nervous
We
about
can
tomorrow.
make it if we try.
I know we
just
are.
the
Just
two
that, you're
of
right,
us.
Cap.
I think
That's
we're
what
just
the real crux of it.
I think that's what it is, bro. I think we're just all high strung about tomorrow, bro.
So what I
We
I
can make
wanted
it
to.
if we try. Just the
The
two of us.
two of
I
us.
mean, argue with my fucking peewee coach.
Oh,
You fucking taught me the moment I stepped onto the
I don't
field
give a
to
shit about
fucking look
Pee Wee
at the
coach.
referee.
JP, how you been, bro?
Yeah, how you been?
Yeah, I guess only certain people have Pee Wee coaches.
I was lying. I didn't play peewee. I started in high school.
I had a Pee Wee
Guess what
coach,
they
and he
told me
taught
the second I stepped out onto the field? Check with the referee.
I had a Pee Wee coach.
Congratulations. Let's make over 1 billion of people that played the sport that was told that. Now
Hey,
you're
hold on,
part
but
of
I
a
do.
group.
I did
The
have a
Okay,
Pee Wee
numbers stand
fine.
in
coach.
line.
Okay, fine.
What about my
Argue
Pee
with
Wee coach? He
Kadarius
taught me
Toney because
everything
he's
about
gonna
how.
fucking
Hey,
side
listen,
with me.
listen. My Pee Wee coach taught me everything I need to know
Yeah,
about
because
being Pee Wee
Kadarius
Herman.
Toney is an idiot. He already cost them 3 games this season and counting.
Idiot because he dropped the football? That makes a person an idiot? Damn, there's a lot of idiots then.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
absolutely.
Hey, where Big
Not
Nick go? Man?
focusing.
Focus.
Focus. No mercy. No mercy.
Right, wax on, wax off.
Because now we know how we measure a man's intelligence is by whether he can catch something or not. Wow.
Absolutely. I
How
measure
far
it
we've
by
come. How
I,
high
I
we've
measure
fucking reached in this society.
I measure it by his focus in the key moments of the game.
Hey, who else is playing today? That was just one game, or did I sleep?
No, we got the
You ain't
Steelers.
fucking
We
no,
got the
focus in
Steelers.
the
We got
key
3
moment
games.
of
We
the
got the
game. You're a
Steelers
fucking
it's
versus.
Green
idiot.
Bay and Colts right now are on.
Yeah.
Green
We
Bay at
got
the
3
Colts.
games
They're
today.
kicking off.
That's
Yeah,
our
3
entire team,
games.
No,
Crypto,
Steelers and
so I
Colts.
don't know what
Steelers
you're
and Colts.
saying there.
I'm over here arguing with Big Nick. I
Plus,
could be watching NFL.
Steelers and
there's
the Colts.
college bowl games on today as well. Everywhere you look, you can find football.
Yeah, but you know what? I cut the cable, man, and I'm happy I did because I get more out of streaming. But it just sucks that you can't watch regular football on regular TV. Even if you have like HD expanded channels, they should give you options to watch more on
Flavor
ABC,
J, what's going on,
CBS.
Flavor J?
So, I wanted to bring up something that occurred to me and see if anybody else thinks that it holds water. So, for me, when I look at Kansas City
A cup
and the
holds water.
fact that they have lost, games that people didn't expect them to lose, people thought they were the best team. And I didn't think that last year. I definitely don't think that this year. But this year, I feel like maybe the refs have not been as friendly to Kansas City. And maybe that's part of the reason they're losing the games that they would have lost last year without those favorable calls.
Well, they would have lost the Jets game if we're being honest.
Damn, I think they're losing because they got
Absolutely.
the cheetah. I think the cheetah was their MVP also, and it's their fall off. I don't know, man. Who's their receiver beside Rasheed Rice, the
No,
rookie?
don't go down that road.
Nobody.
It's
Yeah,
already
nobody.
proven they didn't eat them.
Looks
Yeah,
like
nobody.
Juju Smith was quite an important piece last year, it turns out. Who'd have thunk it?
Carl, are you in the shower?
No, that's raining out. What do you mean am I in the
It is
shower? I'm in
raining.
South Florida right now, bro.
It's an integral part.
Have you looked out your
It's
window lately,
raining.
Shake?
Yeah, bro, it's
It's
bad out here.
definitely
Dude.
raining.
It's bad.
Dolphin Don, what's going on, Dolphin
Hey,
Don?
Not gonna lie
Dolphin
though, I
Don.
guess it kind of does double as a shower sometimes.
What up? What up? What up?
No, we're not gonna go down that false
Hey, by the way,
equivalency with
how's your
Tyreek,
Egyptian geese?
in KC versus now.
So,
Yeah, bro.
Hey, did you guys hear anything about Joe Philbin becoming Iowa's offensive coordinator?
no.
Becoming whose offensive coordinator?
University
Iowa?
of Iowa.
Oh, Iowa. I don't know.
They couldn't score anyway this year. Now they're going to become even worse. Good
I
job.
forgot Iowa was even part of the union, to be honest with you.
The Buckeye? I mean, the Hawkeye?
We need the corn
Yeah.
color. We need the corn.
Hey, by the way,
It's got
I saw this on the and on social media, and I thought it was pretty interesting that multiple reports. And let me pull it up here because I don't want to get anybody wrong here. Here we go. Sports Pro Football, something Pro Football said that head coach interim hosted former coaches Tom Coughlin, Marvin Lewis, and Adam Gase for a team meeting. So I guess he had those coaches I guess mentor him for this week's game or some shit like that.
Adam Gase, what, wasn't Cam Cameron available?
Yeah, probably not.
Wow. Well, there is something to be said about bringing together a bunch of losers to tell you how not to lose.
Hey, let's make sure that none of these people passed away before we start laughing.
Hey, by the way, real quickly, and you know what's funny? I'm making this declaration. I think I'm saying that the Las Vegas Raiders are going to get who's the head coach from Michigan?
Harbaugh?
Yeah. Remember, Tom Brady is part owner, so there's that Michigan connection.
I thought they were going to give Michigan was going to give him an extension.
No, he didn't want to sign his extension. Hey,
I'm
listen.
really feeling Washington, bro, for Harbaugh.
They like the coach they got now. Look what he's done.
I got to introduce the real OG. The Chef Lou in the building. What's good, Chef Lou?
Lou.
Chef Lou.
I appreciate the introduction, Shake. I appreciate it. I just want real quick a question to the panel, and if the answer is, I'll pose the question: would you guys sit Tyreek Hill tomorrow against the Jets? And if you are going to sit him, what is the reason why?
I say yes.
The only
I
reason
say
you would
yes.
sit
Go
him
ahead,
is
ladies first, Pam. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the only reason that you would sit him is because he's hurt. Yeah. And I'm assuming that if he can go, he's going to go. So I wouldn't sit him if he can go. If he's hurt, I guess you'd have to.
No. Okay, Ms. Pam. No, I get it. I'm saying for the question is not should the Dolphins. I'm saying if for the people on the panel, would you sit them? And if you're sitting them, so Ms. Pam, obviously, if you did sit them, your answer would be just for injury. Is that like a consensus answer? Like why everybody would sit him?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the reason I would sit him if he's injured.
Not for me.
You don't want to re-aggravate that injury. So if he could go and he's fine, hell yeah, because
not for me.
You're speaking fantasy though, right, Lewis? Fantasy football.
I would sit him.
No. I'm talking about the real game.
I would sit him.
Okay.
I would sit him, and it would not be because of injury.
Why are you sitting him, Color?
Because it is the last game on our schedule left. That if we start slow or don't get fast out of the gate, that we can still recover and win, right? It's the last game we have like that on our schedule, that type of opponent. And people can say I'm looking over the Jets all they want. I don't care. If they were any better, they would be more than 500. So debate me on that another day. But this team has to know what we can do without Tyreek if we're expected to make a real run to the Super Bowl through the playoffs. We just have to know. We have to be able to play without Tyreek Hill at some point. We have to learn how to win without him.
I almost think,
and this is the last opportunity you have left, where technically, as far as playoff and division purposes go, you can still lose a game. Okay, if you're talking about top seed, then and you still have those aspirations, then you got to play him, even if he is hurt, and take care of the Jets. But if you're talking about if we're going to have him out there playing at 85% and we're still going to lose to the Jets, no, we got to know what the hell we can do without him on the field. And it's high time in this season, if we're expected to make a real run, to force Mike McDaniel to game plan around him, if that's what we have to freaking do to stop this nonsense.
Well, one thing I think as far as that kind of thing goes is that it seems in the past few games, if Reek is on the field, Tua is focused on Reek, and the things that we haven't that we did in games where we blew people out was that he spread the ball out to at least
Pam,
players.
Pam, it could serve to kill two birds, because if we're expected to make a run, to the people that are making the injury point, if we are expected to make a run, we ain't doing it with an 85% Tyreek Hill anyway. And if we are, then we got to do it without him at some point. So what better a time than tomorrow to find out if we even can?
Is color cut now, or is it my internet?
Color?
It was probably me. But what I was saying was you can kill two birds with one stone, because if he is injured, then we need to make sure he's strong for a Super Bowl run anyway. And if he and we may face a situation, if he is injured, where it gets worse and we have to make a run without him anyway. So what better time than now against the Jets to sit him, to make sure that the risk of injury drops. At the same time, you're giving yourself an opportunity to find out just what you can do without him on the field, given that if you play him anyway and he gets further hurt, you're going to be without him down the stretch anyway.
Can I compound on that, color?
I don't know if I'm willing to take that gamble. Now is not the time to do risky experiments.
Again, it all depends on what your aspirations are, Crypto. If we really are still trying to bludgeon the Bills and get the top seed and all that, then yeah.
And I appreciate that outlook, color. But I would say this. When you look at, you want me to? I'll go after you.
That was not Crypto, color.
No, I was saying that's real dangerous at this point of the year. If he's able to go to sit him, just so we want to see who he can be without Tua. We got a glaring experiment in Monday night's game on what it could be, even with a lesser secondary in the Titans, and we're going up against the top secondary without him. I don't know if I want to choose this particular game to be that experiment, given that the Jets secondary is light years ahead of the Titans secondary. So
but
I
Crypto,
don't know about. I'm ready for that experiment at this stage. But it's got to be all hands on deck with all of our players when available.
Hey, Crypto, but I will say one thing though. At least Mike McDaniel, like what happened to Tyreek Hill was in the middle. The first quarter, it was in game. You see that he had trouble adjusting. My thing is, now he, time is on his side now, because now he's got a whole week for that to game plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To have, Water probably step up to that, Tyreek role if necessary. Maybe Tyreek, maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like when you game planning with him, you still got Waller on the field where you can still
right.
do that.
But I'm
I'd
saying
rather let
Waller's
it
not
naturally happen, not having Tyreek
Right.
versus intentionally
Right, but
doing
I
it
think Tyreek.
when you're giving the
Right, but
opponent the full time to game plan against you without
What
them.
if?
that's true.
What if?
That's a good point.
And what if? What if? I tell you what, a telltale sign is if they elevate chosen. If they elevate chosen, that tells you right there they're gonna sit Waddle out.
Well,
I mean,
also though, on the
Yeah, I
positive
don't want it to
side of
be
things,
naturally
well,
done.
crypto on the positive side of things, if we were to go out there without Tyreek this tomorrow and have the best game we've had against the Jets in 4 years, then how does that make you feel about going forward with Tyreek? You see what I'm saying?
So I look at it like
Yeah,
this.
but we did.
You
But the
know,
thing is, we went forward with Tyreek, and we saw the effect that both of them together had. Now we know against the Jets, you're trying to say take away completely one of them. That dynamic effect and that gravity effect is not doesn't work
But
no
but
more.
I'm saying what I'm
You're
saying is
not
like
sucking the oxygen
what
out of the room with another speed demon,
no
so
no
it's
no what I'm
easier to
no no what
defend.
I'm saying right, and let's say we overcame all that, okay, and still had the best game we've had against them in this regime's reign, right? Wouldn't that like say something about our chances going forward when Tyreek's back on the field against the better teams?
It would, but I don't want this to be in this crucial situation
Like
in
to
this
me,
stage
we
of the
have to
season
know. I'm just
to
so
make that
curious about it,
experiment
Crypto.
against the Jets.
My curiosity, I guess curiosity does kill the cat, because my curiosity about what McDaniel can bring to the table beyond scheming with Tyreek Hill, I really want to know, man. I'm just like,
so
I have
this
no
is my
way,
outlook.
I have
This
no
is my
idea how to
outlook on
feel
it.
about our team going forward and our chances, bro.
So color and crypto. I get what
I
you
mean, we
guys
had
are
a
trying to point
what I'm
out,
saying,
but
color. We had almost a
hold on,
snapshot glimpse
crypto.
of it
Hold on,
already.
crypto.
what we
Well,
should have
well,
did
So
Lewis
was
asked
what
it.
we should do is
Lewis
get a
asked
time
from the
machine and
personal
ask Jesus
perspective.
Louise.
can anyone
Lewis
hear me?
asked from the personal perspective. This is why I would sit him, because I have that personal curiosity to know what Mike McDaniel can do without him. You know what I mean? Not saying
So
it's the right thing to do. I'm saying
can
it
anyone
would
hear me?
satisfy my
Right,
wishes.
I get that
Yes,
part.
I can hear you.
I get that part, color. I'm just saying. I think I partly answered
What's up,
the
Sharif?
question in my mind. What we are without Tyreek Hill. That's
Yeah.
why I don't
So
want that experiment now.
I was basically looking at it like this. Every team is basically banged up and has something going on with them at this point. We've seen 4 backups on the Tennessee Titans offensive line take that final 2 drives on us. I think we're capable of doing the same thing. My thing is this: if the coaching staff can win 3 out of the next 4 with this kind of depth on the team, then that means no one can beat the Dolphins, because by then our guys who we want would be back because they've been sat out. And I get what Color is saying, but I also get what Crypto is saying. And my thing is, if McDaniel can win with the depth that he has 3 out of the next 4, that would say that we are unbeaten. We're basically the champions. But if he can't, then that means it came down to the depth, and obviously the depth didn't overcome. They needed to.
Well, we got to also remember it's multi-layered. It's not just removing Tyreek and saying we can do without him. Tyreek also helps in a way a backup offensive lineman because he's
But you
getting
would
open
love
faster
2 wins
than the
without
third and
Tyreek, and
second wide
Tyreek comes
receiver.
back healthy. You would
The
love two
point
wins
is
without.
when Tyreek is there, you got more attention drawn upon him, which means he's giving relief a little bit more relief on the third string lineman. You got a third
Fact,
string
but you
lineman in
won't
there.
feel better.
Tua's
You
holding the
won't feel
ball an
better
extra
winning two
second or
games
two.
without him resting him,
No, we
Crypto.
won't win. That's the point. I don't
Oh
believe
my!
we will win
So you feel like you're
because the
just in
offensive
one
lineman is
separate
going to look
cartridge
more.
where Dolphins
The
is built
offensive
around
lineman is
Tyreek?
going to look more like trash
So you're saying
because
you don't
Tua's holding
respect
the ball an extra
McDaniel's game
second.
plan before a game? That's what
No,
you're saying.
because
He can't
I've
game
had more
plan
than
without
enough of the
Tyreek.
sample size already. But I
No,
don't have the
we haven't
confidence
seen
that
him
he
play
will.
without Tyreek. We haven't never seen him
Yeah, for a
coach without
complete
Tyreek.
game, but
No,
I've
sir.
seen him
So, so,
to go
No,
completely
you've
with
never
small
seen
stretches.
McDaniel coach without Crypto. You
so,
can't say that,
I
Crypto.
have
so,
seen him
crypto,
So you
go
would
with
see it
small
this
enough
week.
stretches without him.
What I'm
We
saying
just
hey,
had
is,
so
it on Monday
crypto, real
night,
quick.
Sharif.
but you can't say that. You need to see a full game with
You
him to play without
can,
Tyreek.
but a
No,
full
you
game will
can't.
make it worse.
Okay, suppose Tua goes
That's
back
my
to Devontae
opinion.
Parker giving
That
leaping
basically
catches
becomes the Devontae Parker offense,
so, exactly. So he'll use
which
Cedric
means a
Wilson.
backup
He would
offensive
use
lineman is going to get
Claypool.
Tua killed even more
No,
because his
that
receivers ain't getting separation.
well, you could jump and catch it like what Cedric did. Cedric
That's
is
not going to
Devontae
work. That
Parker.
offense like
So
that is dead on arrival.
What I'm saying
that
is,
don't work in
if
this
you
league.
get 2 wins without Tyreek, we just go back to Flores' offense,
You're
which
not
is
getting 2
waddle
wins
heavy
without
and a
Tyreek
couple
in
of
that
deep balls,
situation with
jump
backup
catches.
offensive linemen.
Yes, but Crypto, this is the same offensive line that produced 156 rushing yards, 101 by halftime.
Yeah, because Tyreek was present and he's drawing the oxygen out of the room. What
Seven
part of the
plays and
gravity
Tyreek
effect
was
you
out the
don't
game,
freaking
Crypto.
you don't understand?
7 plays and Tyreek
It's
was out the
pick your
game.
poison.
It was not a sample size where you can tell. Crypto, stop
Jesus
that, man.
fucking Christ.
I know you're upset, but come on. He was out the game in 7 plays, so he didn't give a chance for us.
In the 7 plays, everything went to freaking
Came
hell in a
after
handbasket.
Tyreek, basically. The running game thrived after he left, basically. So you're trying to you
You're
can't win
fucking
that.
delusional.
You can't win that, Crypto. The running game thrived without Tyreek. 7
You're
plays into
fucking
the game, he was
delusional.
done.
Yes, and our offense went to shit. They throttled us. We ain't scoring an offensive touchdown
what
until
I'm
they
saying
gift
is,
drafted us a freaking a muff punt and a freaking toss to sweep the
so
whatever the
what I'm
fuck that
saying is,
was.
give
That
McDaniel the
freaking Tennessee
opportunity.
quarterback was doing, and then freaking put the ball on the 10-yard line.
And what I'm saying is,
And
give
that time,
McDaniel the
and that was
opportunity,
when
like
Tyreek was
Saban
in and
before a
out of the game.
championship, to game plan before a game without Tyreek. Because we haven't seen that sample
It
size
don't mean
yet.
nothing because
I
that means the
believe,
defensive coordinators have more times a game plan without Tyreek as well. What part of the
well,
equation you
they
don't
will have to
understand?
game plan for Cedric. They'll have the game plan for Waddle. They'll have the
Oh,
game
give me a
plan for
fucking
Craycraft.
break.
What I'm
Game
saying
plan for
is,
Cedric is like game plan for Tyreek Hill. Give me a fucking break. Stop it.
Okay, so what you're saying is McDaniel is not worthy enough to game plan a jump
He
ball
isn't. The
offense
point is,
to Cedric
McDaniel isn't
Wilson and
giving me no
Claypool.
confidence that he can do that because
I
he had
think he could do a
examples
jump ball
throughout
offense
last
this
week's
Sunday.
game against an inferior secondary.
I think Tua wasn't prepared for that. And I think
Give me a fucking
Eichenberg
break. This is week
wasn't
fucking
prepared
15.
for
Don't
that.
give me a
Eichenberg went
fucking
down.
break.
So I
Give
just
me a
think
fucking break. Give me a goddamn break. Eichenberg went down. That ain't the first time Eichenberg has been substituted for. Or freaking Connor Williams.
I heard
Stop
he
it.
might play tomorrow.
I think with Tua prepared a full week, I think you get to do a jump ball offense with
Everybody
Claypool
gets
and
to
Cedric
prepare a full
Wilson.
week. The Dolphins are the only team in the NFL gets to
We
prepare
can
a
run the
fucking
ball and
full
do a
week.
jump ball
But
play
the
action
other opponent
offense.
don't get a chance to prepare for a full week.
I agree
It
with
only
play
works.
action.
That's what I'm
works for the
expecting. I'm
Miami
expecting
Dolphins.
a jump ball
That's when you
offense with
got
Cedric and
grandeur,
Claypool, and we can
delusions
run the
of
ball.
fucking
That's what I'm
grandeur.
expecting.
That's what the fuck you got.
If McDaniel doesn't do that, I can see you then being mad. If McDaniel doesn't come up with a jump ball offense
He didn't give
with
me
Cedric and
he haven't
Claypool,
given me the
and
confidence
he
that he
does
could
not
do
run
it.
the football, I can see you then being mad. But I'm gonna
He
predict
haven't
a
given me the
jump ball
confidence that he
offense,
could do it.
and I'm saying we haven't given him a week without Tyreek to do.
We don't. We got fucking bitches for wide receivers. You talking about jump ball offense?
I'm
What the
just
fuck
as
are you
pissed as
talking
you.
about?
I'm just as pissed as you, man.
We got fucking midgets for fucking receivers.
Take
and
it
you
out
talking
on
about
me,
jump
yes,
ball
yes.
offense?
Take it out on me. But we're gonna get
Are you
them back.
fucking
We're gonna get them
serious?
back, Crypto.
Hey, Sharif, what about a 12-man personnel?
That's double tight end.
That's to your point.
What
You
are you
said you
gonna
would use
do?
Claypool.
No,
Claypool is
I
a
want Claypool
has-been.
play. I want Claypool to play wide out. Like me personally, I don't care how they get him open, but I want him
What
to
about
be X. So if you
And you
rest
got your
Tyreek,
hopes on Claypool when he's out there with a mirror in his hand, freaking combing his hair. Stop
I'd
it.
rather have chosen if that's the case.
my thing is we got to run the ball. We got to run the football so they respect something. And then secondly, you do a Devontae Parker offense where Tua trusts Cedric.
Yeah, that really works in December. Devontae Parker's offense really worked in December for us. This franchise. Keep
Because
going.
the play action will be better when we run the ball on the Jets.
Yeah, they
So
get no
if
respect for the run
McDaniel
to begin with.
cannot do this, Crypto,
What makes you think the
then
run gonna be effective?
that's what I'm saying. Give McDaniel a chance to do
When
this
you know
kind
you
of
could cover the
offense
one
without
wide receiver
Tyreek.
that's the fastest, and that's Waddle. You take the
But
other one out, then what?
You could
You're gonna do
easily
rely on
change.
Mustard? You're gonna run
You
him
could make
on
this an
9
A-chain
routes?
offense. What if he doesn't do any of that? What if he says A-chain, you get 50 touches?
A-Chain might not play. They're saying
well,
they're going to activate Chris Brooks probably.
Well, what I'm saying is he may develop an offense around someone we don't expect, and we still blow them out.
The key word, you're saying this stuff in December when we got a lot of film
But
and a
I
lot
will
of
be
tape
on your side if
didn't
he
give me
fails
no
at doing
confidence
any
that
of
he
the
did it.
above. I'll call him out if he fails. I'm thinking we can do it without Tyreek. You're saying he won't. I'm on your side if
I'm
he
saying he
doesn't
hasn't given
tomorrow.
me confidence that he will. I never said he won't.
If
What part of
Tyreek
that
will,
don't you understand?
That's what friends
He hasn't
are
given me any
for.
confidence that he will do it
and I'm saying I haven't seen it. I just haven't seen
because
it.
I've seen enough of a sample size
Believe me,
to make me
guys,
nervous as shit
Crypto and I will
that he's
never
not
ever
doing it.
be
He doesn't play freaking.
enemies
He doesn't play freaking
because
chess. He plays checkers. That's his
this is
problem.
how we broke down in the
Chinese
war room.
checkers or regular
This is how
checkers?
we do it. This is
He
how
plays
fans are
fucking. He
passionate.
doesn't even play Chinese checkers. Shake Bunny.
You guys
He
just
play. I
don't
don't know what the
understand how
fuck he plays. He
passionate
plays
fans are.
goddamn
Hey,
glass checkers.
Mm.
There's glass pieces on the fucking board. It's not even a real chessman on the board.
Hey, Bleezy!
Bleezy!
so another thing I'm looking at is that Tua. I think Tua. If you ask, I'm not gonna ever say he can't get us out of a jam. Now there's three previous Green Bay game. Of course, he was knocked out of that game. Buffalo game where he kept punting and then
Buffalo
they kept
He
increasing the
never was
lead on
knocked out
us.
of a Green Bay game.
They like
He
Rasta.
slammed his head in there.
I walk
He
Oh
was
away
yeah,
never
for
he
knocked out of
5
a
yeah.
Green
minutes.
Bay game.
I
Okay.
walk away for 5 minutes. I come back and the banner says "Turn up, crypto." What's going on?
Yeah,
I think
because crypto
No,
is
Sharif is up
questioning
there having
McDaniels.
freaking delusions of grandeur about a Devontae Parker offense that needs to be installed.
I think that you got Claypool and Cedric. I think you could do a play
So
action
Sharif,
And
offense.
are
they are
you doubling
bums
down?
at
Hold
this
on,
point.
Sharif, are you doubling down on the goal line fade? Is that what I'm to understand?
No, no. I'm going to double
That's
down on
basically what
two
he's
physical
saying because that's
receivers
who
running
needs
the
to get it.
football. If you have, let's say you have Cedric on the outside as Y and Claypool is
Which he
on the
was. He
outside
had his shot and he did
as X,
nothing.
right? Now
Sharif, would you
imagine
He
play
did
in
Peter?
jack
21
shit
personnel with
when they
Peter,
Ingram,
threw it to
right?
him.
And
Sharif, would you
Smite.
play Peter
Now
tomorrow?
you're running the football with two big studly guys as your receivers and tight end Smite and Ingle. You would be blocking God with that type of 21 personnel. Cedric alone is 6 foot
Don't you
5,
think the genius in the room would
220.
know that?
Do
He
you know
must know
how
what's going
big
on in practice. He
Claypool is?
must know that
Claypool
the
is
man is
six
a
foot
has
six,
been. You
245.
do realize that.
We need to run the football. Do you guys agree with that kind of size on 21 personnel?
We're not
You
built
could.
that way.
Look, again, I'm
We're
gonna
a
I'm
finesse
gonna take
team.
it off
We're
a
not a
run
power
versus
team.
pass again, like I've done all week consistently. I'm gonna take it off run versus pass because it's not a run versus pass issue. Plenty of coaches throw the
I've told him
ball
that already.
on 3rd and 2. I know. Plenty of coaches throw the ball on 3rd and 2. It happens. I just don't understand calling the lowest probability pass play in the history of football itself.
3 times in a row,
That's the
coach.
only part I don't understand.
Well, the simplicity with our offense is we stay in 21 personnel, which is an I formation with a fullback. We make you think we'll pass because of Tyreek and Waddle. That's the only receivers on the field. But guess what? We make you go in nickel or dime, and then we run. That's how come we're so successful. So are we able to do it with Cedric Wilson and Claypool? No, but
Besides Sharif, we've got
we
tight
will
ends to
run you
play the
into an
role that
8
you're
front and
thinking
then
about.
play action you deep. I think we can
But
run them
we've
into an
got
8
tight
front.
ends to play the role that you're suggesting, bro. We just
Sharif
don't
act
have
like
them do it.
Sharif act like Devontae Parker was the reason why we scored 40 points a game. Apparently.
Yeah, isn't that
No,
why you're gonna put him in the
I
Hall of
think it's
Fame
a
for
lower scoring game
Crypto?
with
Crypto, isn't that why
Tyreek
you put him
out.
in the Hall of
You
Fame?
may get to 24. I think with Tyreek in there, anything is possible beyond 40.
We
But my
barely
thing
got to
is,
24 against the
you can
Jets
get
with
possession.
Tyreek, man.
You can hold possession. You can have a Giants type of game where we held possession for a long time, and
Oh God, Sharif.
I
Jesus.
just think we have to be that. That's
Yeah.
what we have to be with so much
Well, call
injuries.
up fucking New England then and get Devontae
Well, the
Parker
other
back on the
thing too
roster.
is the
Apparently
other
we
thing
No,
for
do.
we have
tomorrow's
that with
purposes,
Claypool and Cedric. We have those. We
No,
have a
what we got to
younger
as
do
version
pertains
of
to
it,
tomorrow,
a less
hey,
injured version,
Somebody
Crypto.
get
as
Belichick on the
pertains.
goddamn
no,
phone.
no, no. Listen, Crypto. What we need to do is call Marty McFly, get that get the go to Back to the Future. We get Cesar Ruiz, Christian Murphy, and we'll have none of this issue.
and bring Devontae back.
Yeah, Marty McFly. Yes,
Scully.
Marty McFly.
Scully, it's coming.
Hold on,
I can see it.
As pertains to tomorrow, I don't think the Tyreek, whether we sit him or play him, is gonna much matter because judging by the way it looks out my back door, there ain't gonna be much passing tomorrow.
That's exactly why I was getting on Big Nick about like the Waddle aspect. Like, yeah, it sounds great, but I mean, you know, you got to run the ball if these guys can't stop the run.
I don't know the rain conditions down there, but if it looks that way, then
I can tell you, it's
I can tell you,
color to me.
Crypto,
the deeper.
Let me explain. We've been fine in the wind this year. We've been fine in the rain. We've been fine in the rain this year. But and we've been fine in the cold. But right now,
consistent rain,
it's all three, bro. It's like the rain is driving rain, it's cold rain, and it's ugly, bro. It's like all three of them. So I'm not saying it's going to affect whether we can win the game or not. I'm just saying that passing for both sides for both teams should be affected tomorrow.
Yes.
And the thing is with color, have you noticed this color? The deeper and deeper Tua gets into a playbook, this from last
get ready
year
for it,
end.
people. There will be fumbles. Let's just hope it's our guys doing the punching.
Color from last year end. Tua increasing and getting deeper into the playbook. Have you noticed where he's lessened, spreading the ball around and more Tyreek centric? Let's just say Tua is now 80% through the playbook, meaning he knows it from the back of his hand. Now,
I don't think they're doing that because
to me, hold on. I gotta make the point. Let's say he does know 80% like the back of his hand. That has increased 46% of Tyreek in the offense. He's forgotten how to spread the ball around now. So he's gotten deeper into the playbook, which is good. But he's forgotten one thing.
That's nonsense.
I don't think it has anything to do with amnesia, bro. I think he knows how to spread the ball around.
Dude, every play that Mike McDaniel has called this season, Tua knows. So stop it.
By the way, real quick,
he knows 100% of the playbook by definition.
Last year, the percentage of balls that are being passed, 80% of the balls were being passed to Waddle and Tyreek Hill last year, just like this year. So, you know what I mean? The only time he was spraying the ball, like Sharif said at one time, was when we had the two co-offensive corners. That's when he was spraying the ball more.
Yeah, we had duel when Susie and Godsville.
Yeah, and I can't fathom the non-use of our tight ends. I just can't fathom it.
This notion that Tua doesn't know the playbook,
that's
then
my
it's
point
mental
exactly.
malpractice to freaking call any plays if he doesn't know the playbook. By definition, you know the play that's being called, or else the coach wouldn't have called it. So this is nonsense. That Tua knows 100% of the plays that was called. That's a fact. Or else the coach is committing malpractice for calling a play that his quarterback don't know.
Turn up, Crypto. Turn up, Crypto.
That's just utter nonsense. This stuff that y'all think that he's going to come up with in the last 6 weeks of the season is ludicrous.
What's your main concern?
He's got his game plan going into the game.
Crypto,
it's a big ludicrous looking motherfucker, ain't it? You rap?
Yeah.
Crypto, what's your main concern?
I'm not allowed to finish the rest of the joke if anybody wants to help me out.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't know, Shake. What is the final part of that?
I don't know.
There once was a girl from
it involves words we're trying not. It involves a word we're trying not to let be said around these parts.
Let's be face it. I'm a John Denver guy, so I don't know.
I'm a Steve Miller guy.
He goes on to cite a ludicrous rap.
Take me home.
Yeah.
I'm a toker. I'm a broker. I'm a midnight smoker.
I don't want to say it, damn it. Everybody's like, say it. Well, I don't want to. I don't have those aspirations.
Don't say it.
Shiba Army brat.
But
Whoa.
anyway,
I thought it was Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu
I
went
used to
down
look
today.
at family members cross-eyed. I'm that guy, man. Back in the 80s. I'm the
what was your
family
question,
educator.
Cap? You said what I'm concerned about? I'm concerned about us being jammed and not being freaking allowed to get into our routes.
To get that space.
But they said it's a monsoon, so we might have to not have to do as much route running per se, but
What do you think the
getting
field, the
off our
footing?
cuts and getting off our blocks at that point.
Yeah, the footing, pretty much, right?
Right. Us being a finesse team in the rain is it's a bad mix.
Yeah,
Hopefully it can dry up and clear up a little bit.
the
so
narrative out there
field
is
can
the
be a little
spot.
drier.
The guys got to be at their spot. So hopefully, if they're at their spot, they can cut right. You know what I mean?
Right. When you make a cut, your cleats getting deeper into the ground, so you can make a cut in time to get open. But I tell you what,
I really
we're gonna
do
need
think
Waddle and Hill to make
the
that
key
cut
to going
because
forward
Parker ain't doing
with
it.
our O-line, and I really believe the key to going forward with our O-line is getting to it out of the pocket, man. I just don't know why we've never
1000%, bro. You and me are on the same page.
utilized that. Like, there's a reason that when the play breaks down and Tua gets out of the pocket, there's a reason it's hard for him to go off script and like find an open guy, because we don't do it as a matter of course to where he gets used to that. You know what I mean? Like if we'd have been scheming him out of the pocket his whole career, he'd be used to those situations. And when he had to get out of the pocket in an emergency, he'd be nose blind, if you will, right. It would be muscle memory for him to be able to find a receiver out when he's out on the flat or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be second nature, right?
We really, and now that our offensive line is the way it is, we almost have to do that as a matter of emergency now. Like we have to scheme either him out of the pocket or the pocket away from him. There's both ways are possible with the West Coast scheme that we run. I mean, because when you're running a counter trap, what ends up happening is the backside opens up, the whole entire line vacates the backside of which leaves the backside becoming now the center of the field, and the running back is usually standing there with the ball and nothing but open field to run through. You can scheme that same kind of stuff with a play action and have your quarterback there left with the ball with a wide open field in front of him to survey.
It's called a play action rollout to the opposite side in Madden, guys.
A lot of water squashing around. Just get some extra inch on your cleats and let the chips fall where they may. That extra inch.
Color, you got to stop going deep into science. You start to go into coast to coast of NFL.
No, I didn't mean to get too specific on a play. I just meant to say that there are ways you can devise the pocket away from your quarterback as well as him away from the pocket.
Yeah, you should be able to do that.
And like I said, on Madden, it's called a rollout to the opposite side of the line.
I know this to be true because we've done it. I've watched all 22 where I've witnessed that very thing with our offense, so I know we can do it.
Well, Kevin Hunt said it was going to be 17 mile an hour. Well, he's probably not going to throw into a 17 mile an hour wind, so you're probably going to get a lot of screens called maybe to mitigate it, so he won't have to go as far.
Yeah, I mean, we had a game earlier this year that had higher winds than that down here, and it didn't seem to affect much. But again, we haven't had all three cold wind and rain. You know what I mean? Like we got cold wind and rain right now.
Crypto, I think one of those are going to get picked off and run back if he keeps running those,
but
to be honest.
It's starting to warm up, which means that it could very well clear out and be 80 degrees and clear skies tomorrow. So,
one in today's game
we'll just see what happens tonight.
Cincinnati, he jumped the route.
Everybody's picking them off and running them back. The Raiders player, if you keep doing those screens this late in the season, someone is going to run one of ours back.
Now.
Yeah, there's somebody's
There's
gonna
another.
run.
There's
They
another thing I
know.
want to. I
They
got a
know
point
we
of
have to
contention with
rely on
that.
it.
Hey, I got a point of contention with that narrative too. You know, we're all about everything seems to have to be a duality. Like there can never be nuance. Like it's you either think we should run screens or you think we shouldn't. There's no, well, what about the type of screen? What about the situation of the game? Could that be why our screens are failing? Because those aspects are incorrect? Not that the screen is ineffective or couldn't be effective.
Those those flood screens are nice. The one where they allow the 4 rushers to come to Tua, and all
Well,
of a
my
sudden
point,
there's a little bubble
the
in
reason
front
I ask
with
that is
linemen.
because
That's
I've
a different
witnessed
type
us
of screen, though.
on 3 separate occasions this season. I've witnessed Waddle take up a wide receiver screen in the slot for 14 to 18 yards. So I don't know why everybody thinks
He
that it's
has,
like
but
a
he doesn't go
useless
to it
play.
all the time though, because he
Let
thinks
me
it's
tell you
going to
guys this.
fail.
I keep hearing that the aspect of special teams might be more important than ever because if they're kicking against the wind, there's going to be a lot of no more touchbacks. Somebody's going to run the ball back. Somebody's going to
I
have to
don't
take
know, man.
advantage of that.
If it's going to be sloppy and ugly, I'm picking us to win 12-9.
I'm picking us 12
A win
to 8.
is a win.
I'm picking 9 to 8.
Keep in mind.
9 to 8.
No, don't disrespect McDaniel like that. I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect McDaniel.
The kicker that everybody
better, Shake Money.
But keep in mind, the kicker that everybody thinks is washed up kicked a 54-yard field goal in New Jersey at the last time we faced the Jets. Keep that in mind.
But I'm talking
Right,
more or less
that's what
like
I'm saying.
like
He
kickoff,
splits the upright.
punt, stuff like that.
And he's going to do it in
My
the swirling
gosh,
wind
12
and
to
the
9?
rain. 12 to
No,
9.
8,
The
no,
wind
9 to
and
8.
the rain.
Jesus Christ, have some respect for
think we
McDaniel.
finally get off the snow. Look,
That is a lot of respect for McDaniel.
I kind of like my
scoring position.
I'm gonna parlay my take from earlier. I think we finally get off the snide tomorrow. We score a lot of points against the Jets without Tyreek. I think that's what happens.
We ran the ball like crazy against the Jets.
That'd be gravy, bro. I hope so. I really hope so.
I also have the Cowboys blowing out the Bills. It ain't going to be close. The Cowboys are gonna embarrass the Bills.
At
this point,
I think it'll be the other way around.
To be fair,
the
Bills embarrass themselves. So.
What about this other side of looking at things?
I've seen this so many times watching football over my lifetime, Shake, where a good team has a bad run, gets back right, and everybody thinks they're back, and then they get embarrassed by a really good team. That's what I predict for tomorrow. I've seen it so many times in my life, man. I don't care just because the label is Buffalo Bills that it's any different. You know what I mean? They're going to get smoked tomorrow by the Cowboys.
My thing is this, right? Let's just say it's opportunity in adversity, what McDaniel tries to preach, right?
Well,
we haven't seen.
Hold on, Shreve. You're fair to think that, Crypto, and I don't blame you. Just on Monday, if that's what ends up happening, though, at least come back to me on Monday and be like, "Damn, Color, you're a seer."
That's how I like my steak.
I mean, I don't know.
What I was saying, suppose we find
we both have been right in the past on some of our crazier takes. You know what I mean? Like we both have actually jammed at home, and no pun intended. And people never gave either you or me credit for any of the times that happened.
F what people think, man.
Like last year
suppose we found a diamond in the rough, Color.
Like last year when I told everybody the Bills were going to lose to the Vikings and the Jets in consecutive weeks, and they all told me I was an idiot, and that's literally what happened.
I remember that, yeah.
But what if we find some diamonds in the rough, Color? What if I tell you that our future tackle is Keon Smith?
Hold on, Sharif. I didn't just pick the Bills to lose and then the next week pick them to lose again. No, I picked them on a 2-week period. I said the Bills will lose to the Vikings and the Jets coming up. Before the Jets, I included the Vikings. I mean, I included the Jets before they even played the Vikings. I made the pick all at once.
That's how you stick it to them,
consecutively. They
fella.
will lose.
But,
They will
but
lose to
fella,
the Vikings and Jets consecutively. That's literally what I said.
in this game, the only way you find diamonds in the rough, I believe Keon Smith could be a future tackle for us. The only way we find that out is by what just happened last week, right? The only way you find out about some of these guys, Julian Julian Hill. I
Hill.
watched Julian Hill took the best defensive end from Tennessee and basically pancaked him. I've never seen that defensive end from Tennessee get moved around like that. He's a stud. But no, I think, and listen, for all they say about Eichenberg, he moved Simmons and anchored him a couple of times where Simmons couldn't do nothing and we ran right up the middle. We cut right up the middle, cut right back into a hole. And so,
What are you talking about, Sharif?
Nobody knows.
not Simmons, Kips or Capes, but he get Pecco.
They didn't
He
have their
ended up
best
getting
defensive
hurt.
tackle.
Yeah, I think it was Pecco. He ended up getting hurt later, but that was because Eichenberg kept working him. That was because he's getting work. Like they say in rap, in the rap, I think they call it the rap league, or where they have the hip hop challenge against one another. As they say, he got that work.
Listen,
Yeah.
Pecco got that
I've
work from
always touted
whatever
if you don't
center
have
we
the
had
best
in there.
53-man roster, you don't have the best team. I've always
Listen,
touted that.
we got to find
1
the
through
diamonds in the
53.
rough. And the only way the diamonds come out of the rough is when big players get hurt. And I truly believe that Keon Smith, and I'm not going to say anyone else, but Keon Smith has showed me if you leave Teron Armstead, we're good. He should. And guess what? I haven't even talked about Kendall Lamb. If Teron leaves, see ya. We got Keon because Keon is quick. He's just as fast and
I have
athletic
completely lost,
as
guys.
Austin Jackson.
Did anybody jot down the coordinates to our universe before we left?
Coast to coast with Color and Sharif. But I'm telling you right now, we got to find diamonds in the rough. Supposedly
Post-it
blow
notes are
them
the
out.
new breadcrumbs. Post-it notes.
You're
Find
on
our
a
way back.
tangent,
I
Sheree.
think what he's saying is
Oh man.
it makes sense. It may not necessarily be Smith, but he's right. And we have had guys step up and look really good. And we got to get over the fact that we don't have these injured players. It sucks, but we've had a lot of next man up mentality, and we're gonna have to
And
continue with
Pamela,
that.
And that's
if
what I've been
Teron
preaching,
leaves,
Pam.
see ya.
When they've
Everybody's
been
all
telling me
worried
all
about the
summer
guy.
long we had the greatest roster in the history of
Well,
civilization. To me, I
but hold
I
on.
attributed that to 1 through 53, not 1 through 22.
Right.
That to
And
me,
remember,
I
when you say
agree,
the
that,
last time we brought in an O lineman off the street. Actually, I think Kendall Lamb might have been one of those, and also Brandon Shell. I mean, did just fine. You know what I mean? Like I just think we're after losing to the Titans. I think has a lot to do with it. Everybody just has to relax on the offensive line. Every
Aaron
single
Rodgers,
time
relax.
of my life that we've been in this situation where we're decimated on the O line and we're all, running around like Chicken Little. I've always found it to be like if you just put it out of your brain, usually the next game the O line surprises everybody and has
let
an
me tell you
average,
something. If I know
serviceable day.
Bruce, if I know our O line coach, he's gonna get into their ass. If I can say that 7 minutes before we shut down, he's gonna get into them. And let me tell you, they love to impress him, and I love that when the players love to impress their coaches.
The
And this
easiest
is
player
why,
to
this is
acclimate.
why
Hold
you
on.
see
The
McDaniel.
hardest play.
But
Hold
one
on. The
more thing,
hardest player
Color.
to
This is
gel.
why you
Like
go
the
ahead.
hardest unit to gel is the offensive line, but the easiest player to bring in and get up to speed as far as playing his job has to be the offensive
Notice,
lineman. I mean,
notice
what do?
McDaniel
They
has
just
admit
stop
this,
the guy
Color.
in front of them with all kinds of techniques.
Now
Hey, by the
McDaniel
way,
has
right now
admit
the
two
Steelers
things.
are winning. Real quick, I want to give a score alert. The Steelers are winning 13-7. Go ahead.
Yeah, they just scored. Colts
Wow.
just scored. I wanted
Are
to
they on
say, notice
ESPN?
I wouldn't
McDaniel.
be surprised.
McDaniel
I
has
wouldn't be
admitted,
surprised if that
guys,
ends in a
two
tie.
things that he has
The
used
way the games
to
are
get
going
Tyreek the
nowadays.
best out of Tyreek. He has used Tyreek yesterday in the game. You were only at 22.2. someone was faster than you. So he uses that tactic to motivate Tyreek. And he also goes to Tyreek and say, if you don't have 100 plus in this game, I failed you. So he uses certain tactics, which is a plus. And I'm telling you, if Bruce, our coach, O-line coach, uses some tactics to get into our backup's head at O-line, and Tua does not get touched, and Tua is clean, and we run the ball effectively, that's on coaches. I'm telling you right now, that's on coaches finding diamonds in the rough.
Well,
I'm going to
can't complain
predict
about
that
coaching
Tyreek
now.
Hill doesn't see the field tomorrow.
Everybody wanted the new
Tua
coach. We got
can't
the
see
new
over
coach.
anyone's head. Tua can't see
You know
over the
Everybody
why
wanted
line.
the
Tyreek's
defensive
not going
These
to see
guys
the
are
coordinator.
field?
tall.
Do something that he has never
We
Hey,
got a
done.
new
let me ask
defensive
you guys a
coordinator.
question. Have you all ever come across Tyreek's YouTube channel at like 1 in the morning on a Wednesday with him playing a Fortnite stream to get into his Fortnite championships? Like, don't he have practice at like 10 o'clock the next day?
I could care less about that. He's been doing that all season.
No,
He's been doing that
I
all
He's a
know
season.
young
you can
guy.
care less. The
These young
hold on.
guys,
I'm
yeah.
God damn. I didn't ask if anybody cared. I asked if that may indicate, or like, have you ever seen him doing that before, first of all? And if not, could it be an indicator that he already knows he's not going to have to suit up this week?
Nah, yeah, he always does. He's always playing. He's always.
Okay,
Yeah.
at like
He's
1 in the
always
morning
playing
on
no
a
matter what.
weekday.
Then none.
Yep.
So
They have a
I'm just saying that
Discord,
could be
man.
his sleep. That could be his sleep schedule. I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just asking the question.
No,
I saw him
no.
the other
I don't
night
know.
on his channel at 1
But
in the morning
remember
playing
now,
Fortnite.
color.
I thought it
These
was
are
odd.
young kids. These are kids. They're testosterone alone. You know, it's like me. I'm gonna need
I
8
get
hours,
that.
buddy. I I
I get that.
I'm not afraid to admit that.
Hey,
How
I
many
was
catches
playing
I'm
did
until
just
he?
the
thinking he's the
How
type
many
of guy.
catches did he
I'm
have?
thinking. I'm thinking he's.
What
I'm thinking
did he
he's the
have in
type
last
of
game,
guy.
anyways? By the way.
No, I'm thinking because their practice ends like middle of the day. So I'm thinking he's the type of guy that goes home, goes right to bed, sleeps 8 hours, and then gets up and is kind of a night guy and goes right into the next day's practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does that. He multitasks.
Listen,
He's a
you know what I
superhuman.
noticed?
He's
Most of
superhuman.
these
He
guys were
multitasks.
on that show, that Hard Knock show, and I'm telling you, Pamela, you know where I'm going when I say this. They were spending time with the family. Most of them were spending time with the wives. If some of them got any nookie, I'm telling you right now, they got pushed back by Tennessee. We saw a
you
lot
think
of
it's like
those guys
boxing?
get pushed back.
Sharif? It's like
They,
boxing. You can't do
they,
anything. Like,
you can't do anything. I'm telling you right now, Pamela, you're laughing, you're smiling. I know those guys were weak. And I'm telling you right now, the wives just need to stay away till we win the Super Bowl. I'm just gonna leave
Pam.
it like that, Pamela.
Hey, Pam. He's trying to say women weaken
Yeah, it's
legs.
all hands on deck now.
You should see Engel holding hand with his wife. Mostert laughing, keek. He's all in the ocean with his wife. I said, okay, now these guys are getting pushed back. I saw Mostert limping. I was like, okay, I see you. I see you. I see you, Mostert.
Man, I just think
They're
the
getting too
football
close to
gods
these.
got us, man. That's what it was. The football gods got us. That's it. We move forward.
Well,
Listen, man, we
speaking
need
of
to go back
football
on the
gods,
road, man. We need to go on the road. Too much home cooking.
Cap, speaking of football gods,
Damn, they put all the home
I'm telling
games
you
right
right
to the
now,
end of the season so we could get hooked up with wives. Why did they do it like that? Oh my gosh. Only kidding. You got 4 more home games, man. Hard Knocks is gonna say, hey man, you need to hang out with your wife. We're gonna catch you on film. It's gonna be like a reality show. You guys are gonna have a good time in the evening. No, Dolphins, we need to win games, not with no wives.
Hey, so what?
Like
The Buffalo
Hard
game?
Knocks is doing us a disservice, man.
Buffalo game's here, right? Or is it the Ravens game on the road? Which
Yes,
one is it?
yeah. Buffalo's here. I'm gonna be at that game, by the way.
And the Ravens is on the road.
Yeah, I already got my ticket for that game.
Boy,
You guys realize if the Steelers win this game, because the Bengals won earlier, if the Steelers win this game, Buffalo could beat Dallas and it still doesn't put them in the 7th seed yet.
at least not yet. The Bengals would have lost and would have leapfrogged them to the 6th.
Like, guys, give yourself some respect. Do we care about bottom feeders? Really? Let's stop mentioning bottom feeders on this channel. Like, be proud of what you did. We took a nick,
And why does
and we're
anybody
still
think that the
way ahead
Ravens
of
and
everyone.
Jags ain't going to be a good close game? Like, if
We
we
took
win
a nick,
tomorrow and
and
the
we're still
Jags
way
lose
above
and
everyone
and
in
the
the
Ravens
standing.
lose, we're right back in the top seed.
Yeah, you
Like,
better
give
hope that.
yourself some
Hey,
respect.
you better hope that game is
We're talking
physical.
about shit games.
They knock each other out, man. They get a whole bunch of
That's what
injuries
I
too.
told
I
everyone would
hope so.
happen, Cap. And I think you were there when I said that. These teams will knock off each other, and we're gonna float right in position like what we're doing. It's like we don't need to face no one head to head.
It
We're
has been
getting
working
what
out
we
that way.
want.
He's right.
I said that weeks ago. But what
Now,
I'm
to the
also
Ravens'
noticing,
credit, they have slayed a lot bigger foes than the Jags this year. So, Jags have a big
listen,
job in front of them, but it is
what
in
I have a
Jacksonville.
problem
So,
with, I have a problem with the celebrating because after we celebrated those touchdowns, it's like we tried to cut off. Like normally we would put Mike White in the game and start putting backups in the game. But what we did was we cut off something, right? Oh, we got a gift. Guy fumbled the ball. Isaiah Campbell jumped on it. Another pooch play by Henry. We jump on it. And it's like we turned something off. It was a gimme game. And I think we needed that. And thank you. In fact, thank you to the football gods because that shows us you never turn it effing off. You never turn it off.
Turn what off?
We turned it off. We got two easy gimmies and we turned it off.
What's
Like,
it?
no. We also celebrated with two touchdowns, right? The celebrations is like we can turn it off now. We're up 2 scores. Don't ever turn it off again, though. I know you listen to this channel too. And I know you listen to this channel, Moster. I know you listen to this channel, Tyreek. Don't ever turn it off again.
Damn, you sound like me when I was talking to my girlfriend. We're driving and I was listening to the radio and she turned it off, and that's what I told her.
Because Omar, I listen to Omar on I Am
Don't you
Athlete,
ever turn
and
it off.
all of these athletes listen to our channels because we're the only Dolphin channels, obviously. We're the only ones. So they have to listen, especially Proform. If you think Proform doesn't listen, you're crazy. You're freaking crazy. Proform listen.
top seed.
So I know Tua is listening. You guys will figure it out. Tua, for you, just go back to your O'Shea games where you spread the ball around to 7 different receivers. One thing Chad O'Shea did was get some Tua to
Again, he never played with. He never
he
played
never.
with.
I'm sorry, not Chad. Fry.
Dan Gailey.
One thing, Fry.
Dan Gailey.
Yeah, and Fry, because it was Fry that we wanted to put there, but I don't know why they put Stoodsville there with him. Fry would have been done good by himself, but they got Chan Gailey and Fry, 7 different guys. You just need to go back to that. You could
Hey,
easily go back to that where 11 targets for Waddle, get some tight end targets in there.
hey, Shake, who would have had the Texans game?
Who?
I think I had them losing,
You
right?
had the Broncos.
Again, no, the Texans game.
Yeah, the Broncos. No, I'm just fucking.
Oh, they
I'm
play.
trying
No,
to
no, they
remember.
don't
Let me
play
try to.
They don't play the Texans.
No. I'm just fucking with you, man.
Oh. No, I did have the Broncos though in their game.
Yeah, you did. We did because you said you went against who? You talking about the Texans? You went against
Yeah.
the Texans because you didn't know if because CJ Stroud was out.
Yeah, he's gonna be out. I'm probably just gonna go blanket against them anyways because
You
of the
want to
circumstance.
you had the Titans. You want to pick the Texans?
No, I'll
Okay.
stay with who I had. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're
I thought
listen.
I thought I switched to the Texans, but I'm not
Hey,
picking the Texans.
and let me give this shout out.
Hey,
I
listen.
already see
Finally,
how
David. Hey,
I
listen.
already see how
Finally, David
this
Cook is
road is
coming
going.
home. You hear me?
Here's Sheba.
Hey, they wanted
Based
Dalvin
on the
Cook home.
malpractice
He's
that
finally
Brian
coming home
Flores did in this last game early this
Coming home
afternoon.
where, Shake?
I already can see what's
to
about to
Miami
happen.
How?
because
Practice
this
squad?
remember he plays for the Jets, so
They might release him. Yeah.
this is his homecoming right
There's
now.
a player down
Buffalo,
for
they still
Indiana.
have to beat
There
us
was
to
a
make the playoffs. It
Shake,
doesn't
you
matter what
realize
happens, they gotta beat us.
you realize who he would have to elevate past? He would have to elevate past that kid who fumbled on his first game, and
Brees
then
Hall, yeah.
McDaniel never played him again. No, our running back. I think he fumbled in the Giants game.
Talking about Chris Brooks.
No, it was a guy
No,
who
he's
Ahmed.
talking
came
about
in.
no.
Ahmed.
Dalvin Cook plays for the Jets. He's gonna be playing in Miami tomorrow.
Oh, homecoming.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah. I thought you was insinuating that he could be cut and he come to us.
Hey,
He'd
No,
have
no,
to
no, no, no.
pass Chris Brooks. He'd have to. He'd have to pass so many guys in order to get opportunities.
I think I'm
This
going
is
to switch
why.
my Browns pick. I'm going to have them losing too.
You gonna switch your Browns pick?
Yeah, who they played against? I could kind of see, since the Sunday games ain't being played, I kind of see this whole aura, what's happening in the universe right
Yeah, it
now.
was.
Well,
It was it was a unanimous to everybody's picking the Browns.
but who were they playing?
The Browns, they're playing Cleveland. Hold on. I gotta look because everybody picked Browns. So the Browns are playing the Bears.
They were at home, right?
What I need you guys to
They're
do
playing the
I
Bears.
actually picked the Bears.
All right.
What I need you guys to do.
I'm almost with you, Pam. I'm about 24 hours away from you on that one.
Yeah,
What I
I
need.
picked the Bears. There's
The Bears.
reasons behind it, good reasons. Since they've gotten their little QB back, he's been kind of running all over the field, doing pretty well.
Fields.
Yes,
Yeah,
field on the fields.
So what I
Fields on
need
the
you
field.
guys to do on Hard Knocks, you guys need to feature
Fields of
Dolphins
gold.
channel. And I'm talking to you two and the company. You guys need to feature Dolphins channels on Hard Knocks because you need to let people know
Well,
that you
if they're gonna
listen to
feature
us.
a channel, they'll probably feature TD or Reason.
Like you need to just
Or
know,
Dudley.
let us know
Actually, I
that
can
you're
see them
listening
putting Dudley do wrong.
on
So yeah,
Hard Knocks.
Pam,
I can see that
I'm
coming.
gonna probably change it to what you pick.
Yeah, but give us a shout out. Let us know that you're listening
No.
because Tua
Hey,
always talks about
Sharif, it don't
the
work like that.
fans
HBO's trying to
and how
make
he
their movie.
loves us.
They're not trying to make your movie. They're trying to make theirs.
But if he recognize, it could be a shot at the Hard Knocks in NFL. If he says, what we really recognize? YouTube channels that support Dolphins. Like, let's check out a couple of these YouTube channels and put that on Hard Knocks. Because the NFL really doesn't care or give a shit about us. But we care about our fans because our fans care about us. I'm going
Well,
to
I agree with
subscribe
you.
to this. Let him and Mostert subscribe to our channels, Tua and Mostert, and do it live on Hard Knocks. This is the kind of shit that crypto is being passionate about. When people hear crypto, oh, he's passionate. And Tua and Mostert need to know that we are passionate. Put us on Hard Knocks.
I don't care if I make Hard Knocks or not. I think they
No,
know we're
you can still
passionate.
change your pick
When
up
we
until
comment,
before the kickoff of that game. Long as the
Yeah.
kickoff don't happen, Nene.
Yeah, you got till 1:00 till tomorrow. After 1:00. Well, at least
Yeah,
the
you got till
Saturday
1
games.
o'clock.
The Saturday games, you can't pick the Saturday games. Not even the
Yeah,
8
the
o'clock
Saturday
games.
games you
That's it. The
can't
Saturday
change.
games is done. You should have did that yesterday. But tomorrow you have the Sunday games. Forget about it. You have.
Right. Yeah, you have till the kickoff of that day for those days games.
Yes, Tua. Remember, this is the fan base that believes in you. We can do a jump ball offense, something that crypto is still skeptical about.
Well,
but
the minute
we'll
I'm
jump
almost
ball into
certain
the
the minute
victory.
Joe Flacco gets it going, the universe and the football god's gonna kill that freaking momentum, and he's gonna freaking be out for an injury for the rest of the season.
And
by
check
the
this
way,
out. And check this
Kevin,
out. And
yes.
check this out. I want to point this out real quick. I want to point this out. that all right. If I'm looking at the playoff seeding, right? Let's look at the playoff seeding real quick. We have the standings. Hold on. Playoff seedings, right? The AFC East, you have Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh. You take out Kansas City, and Cleveland's quarterback has more Super Bowl wins than all those teams combined. Well, and quarterbacks, all those quarterbacks combined out of Patrick Mahomes.
Yep, take out Mahomes.
Cleveland has
Cleveland has the most Super Bowl
has
wins.
a quarterback with Super Bowl experience. So there you go.
Yeah, and wins. He actually won one.
Well, actually, yeah. He's tied with Matthew Stafford. He has more than Geno Smith. Yeah, even the NFC outside of Geno Smith.
Right, he's got more Super Bowl wins.
Than the
Take out
starting
Matthew
quarterbacks.
Stafford, than all the starting quarterbacks that's in the NFC playoffs. That ought to tell you what the picture is.
Except for Matthew Stafford. No. I don't even know. My bad. Matthew Stafford ain't even in the playoffs. Yeah. He has more Super Bowls than the San Francisco quarterback, the Dallas quarterback, the Detroit quarterback, the Tampa Bay quarterback, the Philly quarterback, the Minnesota quarterback, and the Green Bay quarterback. So there you go.
Stafford might be in the playoffs.
You want to tell me about?
No, he's the 8th seed right now.
The league ratings go higher the more you have a bunch of first timers in. Is that the trajectory, Shake? You think the more first timers you have involved in the playoff go around, the more likely you have a higher people watching because they want to see somebody get their first.
Probably
they weren't thinking about this during the Tom Brady era on making it competitive or seeing how it could be competitive enough to stop having the same repeat farts all the damn time.
Right now,
next thing you know, you got a whole bunch of new people could win their first ever if Patrick Mahomes or Matthew Stafford don't win. That's the only thing that's keeping it from happening.
Right now, Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback in the NFL with more than one Super Bowl. Right now,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nene might be right. Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Right.
So only right now, if you look at the playoff picture, there's only 2 quarterbacks with Super Bowl rings in the playoff picture.
You say now that's the interest going forward is to maintain that if Mahomes don't get it, it's got to go to somebody brand new.
I just hope
Mahomes doesn't deserve it.
Whether he deserve it or not, but they're gonna have to make him earn it. Well, I'm saying if he doesn't get it, it's got to go to somebody brand new.
Listen, I don't care who it goes to. To be honest with you, I just want to. I look. Just long as it doesn't go here, I'm fine.
Right. That means the decks is cleared, is what I'm saying, fam. The stage is being set. It's been set.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, if Patrick Mahomes doesn't get it, he's the only one with more than one.
MVP, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely doesn't deserve it. And
Matthew Stafford, if he was to somehow make a miracle comeback and he grabs it, it just throws a whole thing out of the one window for everybody. I'm thinking now, since the Chiefs are in the situation that they're in and the Rams situation that they're in, the league is going to make certain that it will be a brand new person that hoists the trophy. I'm convinced of it now.
And
I'm 100% convinced.
Purdy.
The league is going to make sure that happens.
Yeah. Well, it should happen because, we look at these other quarterbacks that have been in the talk the past couple of years. They've shown they don't deserve it. And Mahomes' antics on the side of the field the other night, the NFL would look foolish giving it to him. But I mean, it's not like the first
Well,
time
no,
they've
I don't
ever
know
looked
about that.
foolish. So
Well, that means Brady will have zero because I'm sure he had
I
bad
mean,
antics on the sidelines before. If
yeah,
he was
because you
doing
know
he
that
what?
had
based on
plenty.
antics, then Brady would have none. Then if that was the
None,
case,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, they don't mind looking foolish.
right?
I was gonna say Tom Brady never threw a temper tantrum. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, especially his last season. That was some of the over there yelling at the coaches on the other sideline. That was a first for me. I hadn't seen a player going over there and having the nerve to yell at coaches on, from the other team. I mean, and that was the same game. He threw his tablet and he had like 3 fits in one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Those surf
Hey, think
Microsoft
about
Surface
this.
tablets.
You gotta think about this. Bill Belichick, he won a Super Bowl coach. He won a Super Bowl with 2 old school coaches, Belichick and Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians was an old school
Mm.
coach too, and he didn't play that shit. That's why he had to step down because he knew he couldn't do that shit with Bruce Arians.
That's true. Although I'm sure he ran the place.
Yeah.
And JP, exactly. Tyreek, if he's able to, finish out this season, he has to be in the conversation for MVP.
What'd you say? I missed that part.
That JP in the comments brought up Tyreek, that you can't discount the fact that Tyreek ought to be in the MVP. And if he is able to finish out this season and, possibly get that 2,000 yards, he ought to be. Do I want the Dolphins to focus on that over wins? No, I don't. But if he gets it, good for him. And he deserves the MVP.
Yeah, you want to focus on the win first, like you said. Let's see.
Absolutely. But I mean, that shouldn't be our focus. And he doesn't want it to be our focus either. He would rather have the wins and go all the way.
He does.
So, are you saying, Crypto, that you don't think we will win tomorrow? Is that what I heard you say, or did I misunderstand?
No, I'm saying the way that things are playing out, just from the nonsense that went on in this afternoon's game between the Bengals and Vikings.
Yes.
I got an eerie feeling that I just got that gut feeling that not about our game per se, but
some of the games are
of
just going to
either
be
outcome.
upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you.
And either outcome, even if we were to lose, I would say it would be a real strange, eerie thing to happen. That when we think things are going our way, things instantly would change. Like, for example, we thought things are going our way because Cincinnati put pressure on the Bills to win, and then all of a sudden we'll turn around and crap the bed against the Jets because we think things are going our way.
Right.
Like we did
Well,
last week when we thought things went
yes.
our way. We the Ravens game was about to be lost, and then next thing you know, the Rams won, and then we lost to the Titans on Monday night.
Which was stupid. We let
It
our
just
foot off
instantly
the
switched.
gas. Yep.
So I was like, that as soon as we think that things are about to go in our favor, it instantly changes and backfires again. So that's why I was like getting this bad feeling that things that should be going in a certain direction just don't go in that direction.
Well, Miss Spence had Richmond Webb on this week, and
Right.
I got to ask him if he thought that the Dolphins kind of went in overlooking the Tennessee game, because to me, the defense did make some great plays and had some fire, but for the most part, I thought we looked kind of sluggish and didn't really look like, we were playing with fire, which we have to do every game. And he thought that they looked like they might have overlooked it as well.
Pamela, after the celebrations, I saw a different team. Like,
yes,
normally when we do those celebrations, the 3 times we did it, we were 3 scores above teams. And
Right.
he brought in the backups immediately, and
Yep.
so we remember the one where Tua was doing the dance
Mhm.
in front. We remember the other one, but
Yes.
this game they did two, and it was two gimme touchdowns. They were
It
gifts
was
to us. We
gimmies.
didn't earn them,
Yeah.
and they have this attitude, like I said. And
Yeah,
I was trying to
like they took it. Like
that
they're
you
the one that
arrive.
punched the
You're gonna
ball out of that
arrive
guy's hand.
nowhere.
Right.
You haven't
Right.
won.
Right.
Tua
Right.
hasn't won nothing in the playoffs. Nothing. You have not arrived. And so to me, I saw a different team. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left. Done.
Right.
Never take your foot off the pedal again. And I know you listen to this channel, so don't bullshit me.
Well, I agree that they took their foot off the pedal 100%. And the celebrations are entertaining, but it's like you said, if we're not way over and above, I mean, we should have been way over and above on
And
Tennessee.
remember now, the opposite team has got to watch that. And let's say us on this panel, let's say we're that team watching them celebrate on us. I'm
Yeah.
gonna sting them in the mouth next time.
Yes,
I'm not gonna
absolutely.
want you dancing on me.
Yeah,
Look,
it's going to
I don't
fire you up.
I
So
don't
you're
want to sound
saying
like a
you're
downer.
saying they were
I
worried more
agree,
about
Sharif.
choreography than they were about just getting out of there with the win?
And I
I don't
think
want to
Yes.
sound
Hard
like a
Knocks
downer.
has something to do with that, Cap.
Don't be celebrating against a 5-8
I,
team. Save the celebrations for Las Vegas when you win the
Yeah, I
Super
know.
Bowl.
Yeah, yeah, it's
exactly.
ridiculous, right?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
at
Oh,
that
I don't
point,
mind
four
them
minutes and 44
celebrating,
seconds
Well, you can
left, we were
celebrate, but
done.
just overdo it. You know,
you're
just
beating a
don't
crap
you can
out of a team.
overdo
You
celebrate.
it,
should be
and
kicking
don't
the
do it
crap
Yeah,
out
you can
of.
whenever
celebrate.
you're barely beating a team you ought to be crushing. I
Exactly.
agree with that, and it did seem like it wasn't that it seemed like we absolutely on those last two drives by Tennessee, we were like Swiss cheese. I mean, they just absolutely made play after play after play
Mhm.
on our defense.
And you might
And
as
our
well brought
defense
Mike
looked
White in
gassed,
Swiss cheese
which
is
they
because
were
we
on the
looked like
field
we
a
played
lot.
our backups.
It did. It
They
did.
shut it down with 6 minutes left, pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you have not arrived. You did another celebration. You did one already. You did another one in their face in the same game. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Oh my god! Like
Yeah.
I noticed certain things that you like. I do jujitsu, and I take it like you have a competitive thing, man versus man, and women do too in women's
I
sports.
was
But
gonna say,
you're gonna dance in someone's face?
yeah.
Come
Yep.
on, man.
You're just asking to wake up a sleeping giant. And not
Well,
that they were giants or anything, but I'm just saying we should have been all over them. And
yeah,
sometimes,
exactly.
you're not going to have a great game. You're going to have an off game.
But
Well,
I
it teaches
agree,
you
but
to continue to run up the score if anything on and don't dance yet, but
don't dance
continue to
yet.
amen.
finish this
Agreed.
game out and run up the score if anything on teams.
Well,
I
even
It
agree.
if you don't
should
run up the
teach you
score,
that. It
even if you
shouldn't
don't
Yeah.
teach
run up
you
the
Remember,
score,
to
even if you
laugh
don't,
and then slide on the turf and do some kitty thing.
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Run
if you
up
don't
the
run up the
score.
score,
Do that.
even if you don't run up the score, just put the foot across their throat and run down the clock
Right.
until the clock hits
Yeah.
zero. You don't have to be arrogant and punch them in the mouth repeatedly when you're up. Just run out the clock till you get zero and take the
I
win and
think
get
we
out of
did
there.
that against the Jets. We ran out
100%.
the last
Yep.
9 minutes.
Yep.
It was ugly. Who cares? An ugly win is better than a loss. You know what I mean?
It
We
is.
got it there with our game intact.
We actually did do that against the Jets.
We
We
did.
ran
We
out the
did.
last
Actually,
8 minutes
actually,
of the game.
JP, it's an ugly win is better than a pretty loss.
I'll take that exactly.
That's
There
Ugly
you
what
loss
it
doesn't
is.
go.
matter. You're
There you
exactly
go,
right.
Crypto.
yeah. And also
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
one thing I always point out is the fact that it happened during a regular season, so we have an opportunity to correct the mistakes.
And that's
If
a
this
huge
happened in the
point.
Right, because
playoffs,
if it
So
happens in the playoffs, you're done.
you're
Season's
Right.
exactly.
done.
over.
So
Yep.
Right.
that's why I say I'm thankful it happened because it's one
Hey,
of these games where we're capable of just throttling more in the fourth quarter and we've shown too much that we're cutting it off. Mike White and backups come in. So you're already having the attitude that I can rest somewhat at the end of this game. You cannot rest. You plunge teams to the ground until it's 0-0-0 on the clock.
well,
Absolutely.
here's my 2 cents on this matter, though. Every team in this league, it's this. I think we all can agree. This has been one of the most bizarre seasons we've all seen in our lifetime. I mean, the Cowboys lost to Josh Dobbs and the Cardinals. I mean, the Eagles lost to the Jets. So my hope is all hope isn't lost. I mean, if the Dolphins run the table, they've got the #1 seed, which means they'd have to beat Baltimore along the way. Even if they lose one game down the stretch, which we all hope doesn't happen, they can still get the 2 seed, and they've got a premium spot. They'd have the #2
That's a
seed.
great point you made.
So
Because I think you got to win by 2 scores now. The team has to like the offense has to stamp wins now by 2, just to say, hey, we're not going to keep it close anymore because we know what happens, right?
And it starts tomorrow, It starts tomorrow, Pam and fellas. We got to get in there and we got to take our frustrations out of this game. Go and stampede the Jets. Take all your anger out, kick the piss out of them, and then we go and focus on the last 3 games of the season, which are tough games. Get the AFC East. Get that. Even if you don't get home field advantage, that's fine. Make the Baltimore game or the Dallas game competitive.
Second seed, you still get 2 home games.
Exactly. You get 2 home.
Nothing is bad with second seed.
Even if Baltimore gets home field advantage, we all know Lamar Jackson isn't exactly clutch in January.
We love playing up there.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I will tell you that I have not watched the Hard Knocks all season until
crypto brings
the other
omen.
day. The other day I watched the Hard Knocks from the game last Sunday, and I will say that their reaction to the loss and the way they were as upset as we were, and I think they were a little bit of shock, that we didn't pull that out some kind of way, but their reaction was, they were really upset. So I'm hoping that translate to, hey, we're not going to let that happen again. We're not going to sit there and play around and think we can just do whatever we want and win games or overlook teams. I think maybe that was a little bit of an attitude adjustment for them. And, I really didn't see that. The way we played that game Sunday, I really haven't seen that from them. Even though we've had games that weren't great, you didn't see that. And I think they were taken aback by that. And, the whole meeting with just the players and not the coaches, I think they're going to call each other out and hold each other to the carpet and say, man, we're going to bring it. We're not going to play anymore.
Right.
Pam, I'm so glad you brought up the coaches meeting because the players only meeting, because so many are making much ado about nothing with that. Teams do this all the time. They will hold accountability meetings where, look, and I'll tell you, I can't guarantee because I wasn't there, but I would bet money, and I never bet money on sports. I would bet money that they all pulled each other aside and said, look, we can no longer rest on our laurels. And they all love Coach McDaniel. I think that's obvious. They all pulled each other aside and said, look, we owe it to this man to get far into the playoffs this year. We owe it to that man that, we cannot do this again. We can't go in there and take our foot off the brakes in any game, and especially in these games that we're supposed to win. So we have a chance to do something special, or we can do status quo. And if we do status quo, there's a chance that a lot of people could lose their jobs. And we don't want this man to go away. We owe it to him. And most of all, we owe it to ourselves. I would be willing to bet money that's what that means.
And they
thank you very much.
Each other, and they owe it to us as well. The thing is they recognize that this team is special. I believe that this team is special. It's looked like something I haven't seen in a very long time. And you can't let an opportunity, slip away when you're this close to doing what you've dreamed of your whole life.
And Pamela, the magic weapon for the Dolphins is this offensive line. That is the magic weapon. The reason that the Dolphins team is able to run the football, we've never had our starting 5 in there one day. Never.
Right.
It has been different after different lines. Someone is getting nicked up or stepping out from week 1 on. And
Sharif, we only had one team that's never had their starting 5 for the whole season. And that was the team that played today, and then they lost one lineman today, and that was the Bengals.
So the secret weapon is that
we're not alone as to being a team that's not had.
That is a good point, Crypto.
Season.
But also,
absolutely,
when you talk about every other team's unit, defensive back unit, offensive line unit, they were telling us, we have to give Chris Greer credit. They were at the podium saying, it seems to me that only Dolphin fans are concerned about the Dolphins' depth we're sitting here telling y'all that we're not here worried about the Dolphins O line depth. And I remember that
Well,
was
Greer said
way,
that.
way, way in September. I mean, that was way before September he said that. So my thing is this.
Greer said
Now
that.
we're seeing Bruce take on these offensive line and bring diamonds out of the rough. And I'm telling you, the Dolphins go anywhere deep in this playoff, it's gonna be because the resurgence of the whole O line room as opposed to a starting line.
Right.
I think it's just gonna be like that. It's so us getting nicked up, it's not gonna hurt because you have a coach who's gonna take you and shake you and make you say, "Hey, the next four guys are depending on you." Whoever this Smith guy is off the street who's gonna snap
Tua
balls
throw it
for
in
us
less than
Sunday.
3 seconds, but over 2 seconds, and he should be okay.
I think
But
this
if he
Smith
holds on to
guy,
that ball, that's
they
when he gets
said
in trouble.
they said
That's right.
he's ripped.
Yeah.
They said
Yeah.
this Smith guy who's gonna play center, he's ripped like Raekwon Davis. He's like ripped to that point. And if you
He's
seen
in that
Raekwon
kind of
Davis,
shape. Wow.
he's ripped. They said he's ripped, just like Raekwon. And like I said, if you
Okay,
seen
but is
Raekwon
he
Davis,
agile?
now
Can he
the
block
thing is,
on the
can you
screenplays?
get to
Can he
the
block
second
on?
level, right? Because you can get overwhelmed after you snap the ball and then you're out the play. But if he can do something similar to
Oh,
Eichenberg, or I'm telling you right now, this kid is
Just
not
win the game
slouched.
9-8,
Hey,
He's
like
Ryan.
Shake Money
athletic,
said, and I'll be happy.
mm, but he
absolutely.
hasn't
Matter of fact,
played.
Just win.
He hasn't played since
if we win
2019.
this game 9-8, I'm going to say that that's our most complete game. I'm going to get out ahead of it right now. I'm going to
Hey,
say that that's our most complete victory of the season.
Listen,
All
If it's
if
right.
like
we
this,
win 10-9, Bitcoin is going to twenty
I'm getting
thousand
out ahead of it.
dollars.
Hey, listen, say what you will, crypto. You're absolutely right. Considering, and we all consider and poo-poo on the Jets and talk smack on them and how bad their offense is. Their defense is no joke, and we're coming in with a beat-up offensive line. You know, we were possibly starting a center who hasn't started the game in 4.5 years. I mean, if we
Yes.
get out of there with a 9-8 win, like you said earlier, and you said it very well, an ugly win beats a pretty loss every day of the week. I don't care if it's 9-8. I don't care if it's that 3-0 garbage we saw in
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
I don't
You're
care what it
right.
is as long as we win.
I I
It
think
still
Tua.
adds into our win column at the end of the day. We
I
get
That's
to
think
say
right.
we
Tua
got our
hits
10th
7
victory.
different receivers tomorrow,
Yep.
and I think the defense contributes just like they normally have. Like people keep forgetting, like we just
so
do one or two things. We're talking about how Siler takes over this game. Like we're talking about great things
Scored
that
a
cause us
touchdown,
win
man.
28-13, but we got beat 27. I'm sorry, 27-13. But we got beat 28-27 because not finishing like we've been talking about. But the whole thing is so much great things happen in that game for the defense. The defense is not going to let up. The defense is going to be the same defense. But my thing is now this kid Levis and rushing four. Our four normally would make it. As that game wore on, our four could not make it. The heat got to us. That's one thing I saw in the All 22 as the game got on. The Miami Heat in the nighttime, it didn't get to Tennessee, it got to us. Because after you saw the kid Levis got fired up on the sideline, after he scored, it's like they were gaining momentum to
Yes.
shut. And so we were sitting on two celebrations, dancing in the front of them. That's what we were sitting on, and we all we sat there and did was watch them take it more seriously after the celebrations. So it's like, and after you celebrate like that, it's time to go down the tunnel with a victory, and that's
yeah.
the point we're trying to make on this panel. Like you don't do that like that until you really wall up the team, like
Until you've
Pamela
got,
said.
yeah,
You
the
know,
game
and so
underhand.
I'll say
and
this is Saturday. I noticed, this is a Saturday, and Shake Money's having a hosting the you know
Pizza
Saturday
party.
the
panel.
show with the show. That's a good thing because instead of we talking about Dolphins football, and Shake Money don't have to be depressed about the Gators being destroyed.
you got
Okay, that's
late
good
night
enough for me.
exhale. You got late night exhale for shake money.
Who had
Shakes
to
it.
be destroyed this hour? The
Nothing,
Gators being destroyed.
nothing
Shakes
So
takes
it.
that's a
away the
good thing.
gator pain.
It's
Nothing.
it's
Shake, you're a
always
Gator
a
fan.
good thing, that
Hey, go Rutgers, by the
we don't
way.
have
Go
to watch.
Rutgers.
We don't have to watch the Gators get destroyed on
Go
Saturday and
Rutgers.
Shake Money. You
Oh, you
know,
talking about the season?
You're a Gator
we're
fan,
here.
Shake. You're a
We're
Gator
for
fan.
his support. Oh
Me,
man.
Me
Hey,
and Shake.
I'm a Texas fan. I feel your pain. It took us a long time to get to this point, and when you reap the benefits, it'll finally get to you, man. Trust me. I know your pain. I know your pain.
I'll tell you what though. I said
Well,
there's
we could
nothing
talk
that
Dolphin
takes away
football because
Gator
the Gators,
pain.
that pain.
Like one thing. This is something not really to laugh about, but it'll be hurtful but funny that we found out that this kid Bruce, this coach Bruce, who's coaching the O line, like he's somehow doing coke, and then we gotta release him. Like,
Oh
please
my
don't be
Well,
doing
lord.
the
coke.
transfer portal
So
is still
please,
open. Shake Money. You got it. You
like,
got a
Mhm.
please don't
shot.
be
You
doing
still got a
coke. Just
shot.
coach the O
How about
line, get
FIU,
them to
Pat? How about
block.
FIU?
Like, just get them to block, man. You're coaching really good. You're going down a path where I hope you're not like fooling with hookers and on coke, man.
Don't put
Just
it
do
out
your
there. Don't
job.
don't put it into the world. Don't say it.
Wait,
Don't say it.
like,
That's right.
wait. Hookers,
like
hookers
Why
and
are you
he's
coke.
saying it?
because I
Chris
truly,
Forster back with the team. Did somebody say something about Chris Forster and Adam Gase being back with the team? They mentioned hookers and
Uh-huh.
coke.
Uh-huh.
and he was very good. Remember, Jay Ajayi, 250-yard rushing games. This coach Forster, he was getting his hookers on
By the
time.
way,
He's getting his
Hey man,
Forrester is coaching for San Francisco. So you
hey,
know.
I don't care
boy,
if
Oh,
he did. I don't care if he did coke and hookers while calling the plays.
man.
That offensive
He
line, he
was
did what he
right.
needed to do, man.
Exactly.
and get
Yeah,
your job done. We don't care.
man. I'll
I
tell you
I
what.
will tell you,
Like,
Shake, and you'll have to tell me if you agree with me. I said
Yeah.
nothing takes away the Gator pain. However, a Miami Dolphins Super Bowl would probably do it. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
It would take away my Gator pain.
Actually,
I know this is.
you know what takes away my Gator pain? Watching the
Gatorade.
Canes get destroyed on
Oh,
Saturday. That's
didn't
what
someone just
Watching
play
the
their
what?
bowl 11 a.m. today?
Yeah,
yes.
Like
yeah.
the
Yep.
That takes a
There's bowl
lot. That
games
takes a
on now
lot of
too.
stars being aligned.
yeah.
Shake Money for
Yeah.
the
Well, I
Gators
Go
got to ask you
Rutgers.
guys
You
a
know,
Ruckus.
if your
Go
bowl
question.
Rutgers.
game, you know, if
I'm
your
gonna
bowl
be a
game is
Rutgers fan
around
this
now, you suck.
bowl game. Go
Yeah,
Rutgers.
you suck, but
Rutgers.
All right,
that at least you have a bowl game
I
to
got to
get.
ask you both
At
a
least
Yeah.
your
question.
kids didn't
Pam,
get their bowl
Pam, Shake. I got to ask you both
game.
something.
Man,
Now
Okay.
hold on. If you're gonna
if you
bet,
if your bowl game is around now, man, you're not good at all, man.
That's
trust me.
true.
Hey, we don't
However,
have a. Hey,
that's
listen. We're eating our cereal on a plate because we don't have any bowls. But
hey,
anyway,
what's
right.
up, Dolphinaire?
check
Hey,
this out.
Hey, how's
Dolphinaire.
it
Oh
going,
man.
Dolphinaire?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, by the way, Mike Pouncey was a Gator too. But anyway,
Yep.
this FSU is playing Georgia in Hard Rock Stadium. Now, the one advantage that Hard Rock Stadium, I mean, the FSU has is they're constantly winning in that stadium. As a matter of fact, they destroyed some team last year in that stadium. I can't remember the name of the team they destroyed last year,
They
but
better replace our
I
sod
don't know
by
what you're
time is
talking about.
tomorrow.
It's
I don't
slipping.
know
They,
anything
they
about that.
destroyed a team last year. I can't remember what the score was, but it was like 40 something to 3. They
I
destroyed
don't
them.
know what. I don't know anything about that.
Damn, Colts is
I have
leading.
no idea.
FSU is
Yes.
constantly winning in the
But
Hard
no,
Rock,
they
so
they just
FSU has
Okay.
that advantage. You know what I mean?
I have
they
no
just
idea what
scored.
Shake Money's
Yep.
talking about right
Yeah,
now.
FSU owns that stadium. So let's be
I have
honest.
no idea what Shake. I'm trying to figure out what language Shake Money's speaking.
FSU
He
Mhm.
owns
must.
that stadium.
He's
So
speaking.
let's be real.
It
I got
doesn't
Zach
sound
Moss
Vietnamese.
like
to go
anything
over
I've ever
89
heard.
all-purpose
Hey, could
yards. I
somebody
just
give me
hope.
that Vietnamese translator? Because I don't know what Shake Money's talking about.
Did Trubisky throw an
Talking in
interception?
Vietnamese.
No one
God,
knows if Trubisky's thrown an interception in this game. I got a parlay
exactly.
for him to throw a pick, and I got Zach Moss to go over 89 all-purpose yards.
Hey,
Well,
Shake Pam, what did you guys
good
think
luck
of
with
my boy
that.
Ricky Pearsall? One of the nicest guys I ever met. One of the nicest freaking guys I ever met in my life. Ricky Pearsall, what did you guys think of him? Because I think he was one of your few bright spots this year.
You said Prius, JP.
All
Yeah,
right,
what do you
go
think?
FAMU, baby.
He was.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Oh shit. I bet you CB83 wasn't happy about that.
Oh, I missed that part. Shake.
Me too.
FAMU beat Howard, which is that's
Oh, how?
CB83's
Yeah, that's right. That's
alma mater.
his school. Right.
Yeah.
They beat Howard. Yeah.
Well,
You
I'm
said
pulling
Pierce.
out.
Pierce from Houston, JP.
Yeah, 30-26 they beat Howard.
Which?
In
By the
the
way,
Pearsall.
guys,
oh damn in the cricket celebration bowl. I didn't even know that
Oh
bowl
man.
existed.
Hey, damn, where Lewis go? Lewis is in the chat. Hey, Nene, that wasn't cheating. You got to change your pickup until the last hour. Hey, I said at 3:59, I'm gonna change my pick for the 1 o'clock game.
Oh man! But
So
anyway,
like
listen.
1 minute to go in the game, I'll let you know who's gonna
It
win.
was a great panel. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. But I got to take care of some business at home. Hopefully, if Ali does the late night XL, we'll see you then. Any final thoughts? Anybody got final thoughts before we close this up?
Yeah. Shout out to Bronson of the New York Knicks, man.
Shout out to my man
He's a
Crazy
beast.
Paul. Hey, by the way, shout out to Crazy Paul, Crypto, Lewis, and all the members. You are you are the 2023 Wolfpack of the Year.
Oh, congratulations!
the lead trolls.
Yeah.
Right.
They're from Westeros. That's where they're from. We know they're from Westeros.
So yeah, so
I know.
Crazy Dolphin, you're the 23 Wolfpack of the Year. Congratulations.
I know I came in hot today. I was a little turn up about that damn football game I just watched with that freaking defense that freaking the Vikings played on that last drive was atrocious.
Look like you came in trying to swing for color, but nah, it's all good. You guys, it won't be the first nor the last time.
Right, I know I was mostly disturbed by that freaking debacle at the end of that game that I was expecting him to the defensive back to freaking not get mossed on the last game-winning drive. And this tells me right now about the success of the push tush. Not every team can do it. Minnesota tried it twice, back to back, and it didn't go nowhere.
But guys, don't you know? Have you noticed something? Have you guys noticed something with this defense? Our defense puts the safeties and corners in position to get a beat on you, right? That means a big hit as soon as you catch the ball, make your steps, you legally have the ball, and then boom, all of a sudden your ball is out. Now, what has happened, what I've seen happen on all 22.
Here's your trophy, your Wolfpack trophy, by the way. See, look.
Okay.
But anyway, hey, I'm gonna close this down, Sharif. So
all right. But I've noticed a lot of safeties getting hurt now.
So
yeah.
Hey, fins up, everybody. I just wanna
everybody.
Remind everybody that Buffalo fuck Buffalo and fuck Buffalo, and last but not least,
there's no trophies
fuck Buffalo
in the case.
And I'm out.